Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Ain't No Place for a Hero is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. A gritty, cutthroat world where politics, sorcery, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Treachery and murder both come cheap, and characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 163 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The party have decided to turn their attention back to the secrets of Tarak Nev, and now find themselves exploring the terrible Dead City. We return to our heroes, reeling from Karios' violent outburst, and facing a possible enemy close at hand. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known on this channel and in this game as GM Chance, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to our story this evening. The story that we're telling is called that's the other game. It's called Ain't No Place for a Hero. It's a tabletop role-playing game set in the homebrew world of Duyranaki, and the system that we use to play this game is called Rolemaster, an old system dating all the way back to last century, to the 1980s. To tell any good yarn, you need protagonists, you need heroes, you need people to drive the story. And these up on screen are indeed our 8 heroes. It's pretty big for a role-playing game in terms of the number of characters in play. 4, 5, 6 is kind of common, but 8 is definitely quite chunky. We have 8 characters and we have 5 players, so if you do the maths, you'll quickly figure out that a number of the people that we play with, that you'll be meeting in a moment or so, double up on more than one character. In a second or so, as I say, you'll be hearing from the players of those characters, and we'll actually cut to a character kind of questionnaire thing we did a few weeks back when we were in person in Auckland, and then we'll go actually on to the players tonight, answering a couple of questions. Before we do, my regular, you know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm sure my players' eyes roll back in their heads when they hear me say this, because they've heard me say it for many episodes. But it's just a sincere thanks to all of the people that follow us online, that supply thoughts or encouragement or enthusiasm or ideas or insights or whatever into both the game, the mechanics of the game, the rules that we use to tell the story, but critically the story itself and the characters. It really is appreciated, and we greatly thrive on, I guess, the questions and the commentary that we get. We are one subscriber away from 400 subscribers. It'd be really good to end in the year, which is 2025 that this is being recorded. We're in December 2025, the 10th to be precise, if we could get one more subscriber and kick us over. So go on. If you're watching this video and you're enjoying the tales that we tell, and you haven't got your wee mouse finger going, give us a wee click. We'd love a subscribe and a like as well, and certainly tell your friends. Okay, I mentioned that we'd cut to one of those character kind of quizzes, I guess, and we're going to do that right, and I don't know who it's going to be because I haven't done the edit, right now.
And the other character I'm playing today is the Athanol, and I picked out a couple of questions to answer about her. First of which is, how does your character feel about the role of chance in their success or failure? does the character feel? I know how I feel, but I think she feels similarly everything. She spent, without wanting to sort of blur my two characters, she also is a religious fundamentalist, no doubt about it, and perhaps a little bit more disturbing than Etienne. And she is trained diligently and hard all her life to be really good at things, certain things like acrobatics, move silently. But curiously, about sort of 1 in 20 chance, it seems to screw up, no matter how good she gets. She can just go for a little stroll across a courtyard on flat tiles or something and fall over. So she's quite confused by that. So she's aware of chance having its hand in everything she does. No matter how much she practices and doing backflips, there's always a chance she'll just land on her head for reasons unclear. So no, that's very much a part of the game. Other question, how does your character feel about the balance between your duty and personal freedom? That in the Athanol's case, more than Etienne's, is a really blurred place. If you were looking from the outside and rather cynical, you might say that Athanol justifies her actions against her faith after she's done them. Her faith calls for the dispatch of the weak or tyrannical, and for that she has trained to take lives. However, obviously that sort of window, that sort of profile could be easily fitted to a number of people who she doesn't particularly like or she needs to get out of the way. So yeah, probably a little bit more cynical, even though she wouldn't have thought so herself. She justifies her actions without thought. However, they're quite easily retrofitted as befits the situation. But yes, as far as she's concerned, she's following her goddess's will, which is to purify society, which is quite alarming, really, when you think about it. As it happens, she's got herself wrapped up in some higher purpose that's kind of taken her away from her natural way of doing things, and that sort of swept her up. And given the gods are definitely involved, she's happy to do that. But I think after this is all over, she'll go back to what she was doing, which is basically taking people out. So yes. And I have some interesting questions again to answer from Alex.
Thank you. So some audience questions for Neathnal. Listening to that, I wonder if these are a bit frivolous, but anyway, who is her favourite party member and why? Or is there one?
I think she surprised herself generally in terms of joining the party and actually getting along with everybody and actually finding she does actually care. I think that's been something of a revelation to her. We're a funny bunch of people, but with all different backgrounds and very different motivations. She tries to mask who she is. In terms of who she likes the best, I think Leif is clearly the most likable person in the party. He's an easy person to fall in with, and so that would have been the person she was most immediately drawn to, and probably still is. I think Etienne, she doesn't have an awful lot to do with. Generally, she finds him a bit much, and some of his views are just about out there. So she's just she just gives him a bit of a distance, I think. Whereas Gray, to her, again, Gray's a bit distant. He's a bit of an oaf. He has difficulty sort of expressing himself. She doesn't dislike him, but again, she hasn't really probably fully connected with him yet. Karios, she does care a lot about, fellow woman traveler, very respectful of what she's done. And she was surprised at how upset she was when she died. But she was very willing to sort of throw her weight in to see her return. And that's been very heartening. Mithan, again, she kind of has some affection for Mithan with a kind of bit of smile. Mithan sort of is a difficult person to get along with, but she kind of respects her for just knowing who she is and just getting on with things. So, probably Leif.
Okay, number 2, very important question. What is Neathnal's favourite animal?
Cats. I don't know that she's necessarily got a preference. I think she's not very keen on small dogs.
Sausage dogs?
She was outraged that we put all our lives in danger to rescue a small dog and she was halfway through the mission flying in invisible into a very dangerous situation, and then suddenly had this realization, I'm doing this to save a small dog. And she struggled a bit with that, I don't mind saying. She's fine. I mean, Victory's fine. You know, she wouldn't tread on him. You know, but she's not excited by animals. I don't think she hasn't got a sort of tender. If something fluffy shows up, she won't go, oh. She's like, whatever.
Good to know. Good to know. I'll let Karios know.
Okay.
Number 3 is a would you rather question for Neathnal. Would she rather a session with the party where she could only tell the truth, or be destined to walk this life alone?
I think she's not afraid of being on her own. She's been through a lot of shit, but she's not. Yeah, that doesn't. But until she met up with the party, that was her life. Had been for a while, and she wouldn't want to reveal all the secrets, what she stands for. So no, she sort of assumes that one day that will happen, and the party will probably split, and there'll be some sadness there, but she's not afraid.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
There we go. Hope you enjoy that. So we got together 3-4 weeks ago now here in Auckland, as we do each year. And the video you saw was a recording from our time together. Hope you liked it. Okay, tonight we have Aiden kicking us off to answer a few questions about the 2 characters that he's playing this evening. Aiden, take it away, please.
Yep, as you know, my name is Aiden, and I'm playing 2 characters. The first one is Gray, who I'll answer for. So the question I'm going to answer for him is, how does your character deal with conflicting loyalties or allegiances? I'd say not well. He's a bushman by trade, and he's not really good at any kind of confrontation or human kind of emotions, I guess. So I think he would probably either just push it down and just pretend that everything is fine, or he would probably just confront it head on and probably blunder his way through it and offend everybody without meaning to.
Excellent.
My second character that I'm playing tonight is Demos, and for Demos I'm going to answer the question, how does your character feel about the role of prophecy or fate in their adventures? I would say he'd be very wary of it and quite apprehensive. I mean, depending on the prophecy, if it was, you're going to find your sister on the next full moon, he'd be very excited about that. But I think having had his life be meddled by scary gods and demon kind of creatures, I don't think he would trust anything that comes from them, and he'd be anxious and nervous that it was all going to go quite terribly. So yeah, wary.
Wary. Excellent. Thank you, and very, very appropriate, I think, for poor Demos. He's been he's been completely out. He actually hasn't been great of late.
No, he's had some troubling visions.
He has, and his arm's still a bit weird as well, he's noticed. Who would you like to hear from, please, Aiden?
I'd love to hear from Pete.
Oh, thanks, Aiden. Kia ora, I'm Pete, and I'll be and I'm playing 2 characters tonight. But one of which is not Leif. But I will answer for Leif because Leif's currently in a coma or out of action. But the question to answer for Leif was sort of the same one as for Gray, I think. How does your character deal with conflicting loyalties or allegiances? So he is all about loyalty. And so when there's a conflict, he would find that really difficult. His strategy, well, he would want to just talk it through, basically, and come to resolution by trying to compromise or gain understanding from the parties that are conflicted. But his allegiances will always lie, with friends or family, the people he is close to, rather than, country or a different sort, anything like that. It's just people he's loyal to.
Excellent.
Yeah. rather than ideology even. Yeah. The next character I want to talk about, or is one I'll be playing tonight, is Mithan. And same question as for Demos. Where are we? How does your character feel about the role of prophecy or fate in their adventures? So, Mithan, while Mithan gains her power from a goddess, so talking about fate and prophecy, I would interpret that as being talking of divine powers, basically. Yeah, interfering in the world and controlling things. While she gets her magic from a goddess, she hasn't had particularly much experience with her or seen any evidence that her goddess in particular, or any of the gods, are particularly kind to humans. So she's just, fate or prophecy, well, whatever. If it's gods messing with people, gods will just mess with people. And perhaps similar to Demos, she would be a bit she'd be very cautious of that, and doesn't believe it will necessarily go very well. Feels the gods are capricious and always going to be self-serving. Yeah.
What a cynic! What a cynic!
Well, that's I think fair though.
Absolutely, absolutely. She's your character. Totally, that's fair.
Based on evidence. Another character I'll be playing tonight. I'm a little bit hesitant to answer for her because she's. Whilst I think Alex, because Alex isn't around tonight, Alex feels that she can be quite straightforward. I think that Karios has got lots of complexity. I think a safe question for me to answer for Karios is what's the most unique or rare artifact your characters come across in their travels? And the very obvious answer is the dagger that she carries, Bane Tooth, and the sword that we've just sort of come into possession with, Defiler's Bane. They are extremely unique because they are one-of-a-kind items specifically created for killing, or re-killing, maybe, one particular entity. So, yeah, I don't think you get much more rare than a singular item in the world.
Excellent. Thank you, Pete. And my thanks to you for, at very short notice, picking up Alex's character. Alex, as you mentioned, can't be with us. At least initially. She may join us later on, but I doubt it.
Let's hope so.
Cool.
Can we please hear from Giles?
Thanks, Pete. So I play Taquin, who is a young half-elf, possibly his good looks don't do him any favours. And with that in mind, the question I'm going to ask is, how does your character feel about the role of prophecy or fate in their adventure? So Taquin belongs to a pretty slender religious group. And when it comes to the prophecy of that group, he's always held that is unquestionably true. And so he has seen prophecy or fate, as understood by others, as an excellent way to manipulate them because they're idiots and they're untrue. So he's kind of seen that as a way to use other people to his advantage. Although over the course of the last 2 years in human being time and the last about 6 months in game time, that's been very seriously challenged. And like many 20-ish-year-olds, he's wondering what the hell's going on here, because some of his beliefs might not actually be his beliefs anymore. So I think it's an interesting problem for him to grapple with, and probably shapes his character more than anything else.
Nice, lovely, thank you.
And I'm going to hand it over to Graham.
Thanks. To play two characters, first of whom is Neathanal. And she's going to answer, what's the most inspiring act of bravery your character's witnessed? She's witnessed many. Funnily enough, one that springs to mind was when Karios ran forward on her own to confront a series of horrible little creatures, winged creatures, and paid horribly for the price. But it was a very brave thing to do, because she just went out by herself and took them all on. Didn't come out so well, but she did think that was a brave thing to do.
The other character I'm playing is Etienne. And what's the most impressive and valuable relic your character's acquired? Well, he has a very impressive sword that he has acquired. It feels like it's sort of been passed down to him and meant to be. We found a stash of weapons, all of which were in some way designed to take on the undead or demonic, and one of those was a holy sword. So he feels like it's been passed down through the centuries, probably through many owners, and he feels like it was meant to be his, and to do what he needs to do and complete this mission. So yes, that's my two characters. Now, who hasn't said anything?
That's it.
Or am I the last? Yep. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, one and all. That is the lot. So, if you're not familiar with the characters, there they are up on screen in colour, and you can see their names underneath. You can also see the questions that I send out on a Monday. We play on a Wednesday, as we are today, but I send out on a Monday for the team to mull over for a couple of days. Marvellous. Well met, one and all. Now we turn to Pete. Pete, you keep meticulous notes, as I discovered on this recent get-together a few weekends back. You keep notes of 5 exercise books full of notes from the games. I'm going to hand over to you in just 1 second to fill us in very quickly with a quick summation of what happened last time. I'll follow along with, I don't know about some images, but certainly with the map to show you a little bit. Just before I do, I was mowing the lawn earlier today. What fun. And I was listening to a podcast. Guess what podcast it was? It was a Rolemaster podcast. It's another actual play I've been listening for some time. I think I've mentioned this before, but I really like the idea, and this goes along with your notebooks, Pete. One of the players in that game keeps their notebook as they play, which is a really good idea when you play a role-playing game, to one side and scribbles in notes. But they have a little chart where their character thinks about stuff in the game, and each character has a score about how much their character likes or dislikes other members of the party. And I just thought it was quite a novel, quite an interesting little kind of way, perhaps, for players to keep track of a relationship within the party. 100% up to you. These are your characters. These are your relationships. These are entirely up to you how you manage them. But I thought that was just quite a neat little thing to do. And I've mentioned it a couple of times too. Sometimes rolling off camera, there's no one else needs to see the roll. But if you ever want to check something, roll and then add on your stat bonus to see whether or not a character might do something or remember something or what their reaction is. So just encourage you, a couple of tips and tricks from other games. Clearly non-compulsory. You play your character or characters as you see fit. But I just thought it was quite a neat couple of things to consider. Pete, well and truly enough from me. Over to you, please.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, cool. So last session started with us outside the temple. We'd spent so much time in trying to recover the sword, and we have in fact recovered this sword, Defiler's Bane. So that was pretty exciting. We were planning to get it out, and so we'd just gone around to the doors of the temple and we're sort of checking that for final items or for ways of recovering Nathanel's things, when we saw a light and heard voices in the distance. So at the beginning of last session, Nathanel turned invisible and followed those voices while the rest of us hid. And she came back and said that they were people, because we were expecting to find the TPP, Rini Chonta and the New Enlightenment Union. I can never remember the names. In Taraknev, the City of the Dead, where we are at the moment, this really, really weird, ashy, misty place. So not unexpected to find other humans here, but we probably want to kill them. But also, we also want to get out of the city. So a bit of a hustle there between things. Nathal came back and said that the real people, they were real people, and they were moving at pace away from us. So we we wanted to follow, basically, to see if we could catch up or see, just to, see what presents itself. As we were following along, we heard the sound of a fight. It's in the distance, and so we continued to move up on them, and we came to a space where we could see actually where we thought. Thank you very much. Yes, 2 perhaps smaller bodies and 1 large body, and so we were keeping our distance, of course. And the people with the light seemed to have left maybe a couple of bodies, the scene of their fight behind. We're assuming that's what that is, and it moved further into the distance. Thank you. Yep, right at the back there. So, and again at pace, we're probably falling behind somewhat, but we were, of course. This is a really weird place. We reasoned a fight might have attracted other creatures and things. We were perceiving a lot as we went, so we sort of paused for a moment, and the people with the light got further from us. And I think it seems right that we should have paused, because at some point there was we saw some dancing girls. We'd encountered some of these creatures before. I thought, oh, that's right, because I think Nathaniel moved off to the right, and Tarquin moved forward a bit, and so he got a good. Oh, there they are. So when we first entered Taraknev, these were the girls that we had they were stuck to the wall. I think these ones, or no, those were different ones actually. And we had gotten into a bit of a fight with them, and our non-magic weapons weren't effective against them. I think the only thing that seemed to kill them was Karios' magic. That we really want to avoid them. So sort of good that we held back, because they seemed to come through the scene of that fight and sort of moved across from left to right of that view. Also, whilst here, and just as we were gearing up to move, Karios shared something with us and I'm a little unclear exactly what she said about if she currently heard a voice in her head, but I'm unclear that if she also might have said that for a while she's been hearing a voice in her head. So I'd like to hear a bit more about that later. Well, or now, Chris, do you remember exactly what she'd said?
You don't know whether she's been hearing a voice in her head, of course.
No.
But what she said was she heard something.
So she was talking about right then and there. Because no, I don't know if she's been hearing it for a while or not, and that's what I wasn't clear on. So she shared right then and there. She could hear a voice in her head, and she could see a strange girl in the distance in a building. Yeah, as where the camera's pointing, there she is there. And of course, none of us. This girl was in the ash, in the mist, in the distance. We couldn't see her. The building was obscured, but for some reason, Karios had a clear picture of her in her mind, which was a bit disturbing. Also just to say that actually, because of Karios' slower speed, she had previously cast Fly on herself so that she could keep up with us as we're sort of racing, trying to move quickly through to follow the people with the light, and sort of that perhaps wasn't that sort of worked against us a little bit, because as we decided that the people with the light had moved away too far, we weren't going to be able to catch them. We sort of decided we'd just go back and perhaps just find our way out of the city. As we moved back, something seemed to trigger in Karios, not sure what, but she suddenly flew up into the air, and she started to head straight for where she had described this building was, where she could see this odd little girl. I think she was able to talk, and she was able to express, I'm not doing this. I don't want to be flying, basically. So we're like, oh my gosh. Of course, Gray immediately risked casting a fly spell on himself without any prep, and he did his best to follow her and try and catch up with her, because he cast a faster fly spell. So he was up in the air trying to, chasing after her, because it doesn't feel great, her being forced to fly off to this weird girl whose voice she's been able to hear. Doesn't sound great. Don't think it's going to end well. And the rest of the party sort of followed along behind on the ground, trying to come up with various solutions of confusion. Or I can't remember actually all the ways we were going to try and stop Karios. We all sort of tagged along. Gray caught up with her and tried to grab her. And whatever we believe was controlling Karios, yeah, we have to take a word for it. He turned around and zapped him with a shock bolt. I don't think he was hugely badly injured, but he was certainly stunned, and it certainly was not. Yeah, he got a clear message. So the rest of us sort of caught up and were under her, and actually went more towards the building because she could only fly at 75 foot per round. But to cut the story short, basically, it ended up that I assume she somehow passed a resistance roll, or whatever happened. Whatever was controlling her seemed to stop controlling her fairly shortly after that. and I think both she and Gray have both landed, and the group is sort of regrouped somewhat. I don't know. And I think the last thing was that one of it, I can't remember who, perhaps Neathanel, noticed that one of the two bodies, perhaps the more human-sized body in the three that we thought were the remains of the other party's fight, one of them was sitting up.
Perfect.
That's where we're up to.
Excellent. Thanks, Pete. A couple of very minor points. So great job as always. A couple of very minor points, but just keep it absolutely accurate. Those strange dancing girls that you saw didn't actually come out through the bodies. They were further down than here, so they didn't come out through here. They were probably maybe down near that thing, whatever that piece of crumbling masonry is there. It's a minor point, perhaps, but down there. No, both Gray and Karios are still up in the air at the moment. Probably the other thing to note was Karios seemed to kind of snap out of it, and then you may recall she screamed, and she screamed, and she screamed. And you've known Karios for a long time. You've confronted some awful things together. You've never seen it like this before. She was utterly terrified, and she was staring straight at the doorway. In fact, pretty much exactly where Demos is, straight at the doorway. And her lips, her teeth are bared with her scream. She's up in the air a bit, so it's hard for you to perhaps see her that well, but she screamed a lot. Both Gray and her are still up in the air. And then lastly, yes, spot on with your comment, Neathanel being acutely aware of the amount of noise that you have made, plus the earlier fight and the roaring, horrible noise, did a perception roll, and probably a human wouldn't have got this, but you can make out the light over here, and Neathanel managed to peer through the mist, and yes, indeed, there's a figure there, another large figure there, and there is another figure that's moving very slowly, but is sitting up there. So other than going through people's health, etc., which I will do in a second.
Chris, there are a couple of other things. So it's a shame Alex is not here, but she definitely told us she heard his voice. I think the words she used were for some time, and I don't know if that means in Tarek Nev or like through the whole game, or I don't know. But, this is not a singular event. And the other thing is that Tarquin is close enough to see that, and you told us that the person in the window has vanished.
Correct. Yes, correct.
So there was a person there, and that person is now gone, and that person presumably, yes, that's her, vanished at the same time as whatever's going on for Karios stopped going on, but has clearly caused some distress. And that all seems relevant.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Good additions. Anything else I've missed? Thanks, Giles. Nope. Okay, great. So very quickly running through the status of the party. Gray, you are on 107 hits out of your normal 125. You are also smoldering Gray, not with passion, but with pain at 1 hit point around. So you can actually smell your flesh still kind of cooking where your beloved zapped you, Gray.
And Chris, and with passion.
And with passion. Leif, you are on 123 out of your usual 147. Karios is remarkably on full hits and uninjured, although just to note, as I always do, Pete, you've commented that she moves slowly. She does. She was revived from death, but she has suffered some pretty horrendous injuries as a consequence. Notably, she moves slowly. Secondly, she potentially can pass out if she takes too much damage. And then thirdly, she also has a stutter, so she can be quite hard to hear. So she's pain intolerant is the phrase I was going to use. The next is Neathanel. Neathanel, you are on your full 100 hits. That's the max that you're on, and then you're on that. You have negative 13. That's from your earlier injury of being slammed into the spikes with the magnetic force. That injury is going down each day. Otherwise, you are healthy. Mithan, you are on 149 out of your normal 179. You're at negative 12 due to an earlier injury from pulling your muscle, actually, which was a disastrous result. Demos, you're on 132. Out of your 132, you're on 4 hits. You are back to operating. You are feeling a bit peculiar, and you've described this to the party. You're feeling just a bit odd. And your hand that had been kind of almost dead was not really. It's working, but it feels strange to you. Back to Leif, by the way. Sorry, Leif is on 123 out of his normal 147. Leif is, of course, currently unconscious, question mark. His heart he's breathing, but his heart's not beating. And he's lying very, very, very still. And I think no longer floating, or no, he is floating. You cast that again. That's been casting it on him. Demos, we've done Demos. Etienne is on 136 out of his normal 136. Etienne is otherwise healthy. Etienne is another one with only one hand, of course. Tarquin is on 59 out of his 59, and for the first time in ages, because he casts a heal spell on himself, you don't have a penalty. Which was a good move. Yes, you're fine. So that is the status of characters. Before we get into the game, any questions on that? Anything that's not clear? Nope. Okay. If you're ready, let's start the game. Just before we jump into the game, I just want to set the scene a little bit more. Pete, you'd referenced that you've been down in the tunnels and in this underneath this temple for a while, just to really refresh your memory. So, for several days now, you've been trapped in the ashen stillness of Tarak Nev. The haze never lifts. The grey-white fall of ash drifts constantly from above, muting sound and sight. So the world seems to shrink to only a few paces around you. Every step crunches through layers of powdery remnants. The skeletal palms, the sagging vines, and the sickly moss. None of it has changed since you arrived. Nothing here grows. Nothing here truly dies either. The air is thick with the damp heat and the sour tang of decay. Clinging staleness that settles to your clothes and lungs. A faint breeze stirs now and then, just enough to shift the ash and remind you that air can move, even if the city feels like it shouldn't. Above, the sky remains impossible. The sun lurches and fits, pausing, jolting forward, sometimes dragging backwards, casting sharp, flickering shadows that never fall the same way twice. The orange half-light that seeps through the haze gives everything a burnt, exhausted, dark look. The noises that haunted you on your first few nights and days, those distant groans, wails, and strange mournful cries, have largely faded. Whether it is a blessing or a warning is unclear. Their absence feels deliberate, as if the city is holding its breath. So, as you stand in the dead streets of Tarak Nev, a place long past ruin, yet somehow watchful, you survived the first days, but unease has settled deep. The city is quiet now. Too quiet. And you have more to uncover. With that, we turn back to exactly the scene described. Demos is at the doorway. Tarquin is here. Leif is floating, affixed to Tarquin's pack. Mithun is here. Niathanol is here and invisible. Etienne is here, and above is both Grey and Karios, just finished screaming. I'm not going to go around each player or each character. You tell me, what do you do? Jump in.
Athanor would like to sneak off in the direction of the person that moved.
Okay. Right.
Who is she near?
She is near Leif and Mithan.
As she passes Mithan, she says, Mithan, I'm going to question our adversary. Try and delay the others.
Okay.
But then what? We weren't aware of the person sitting up. I
No,
don't think.
no, correct. So you saw it in the ethanol. I told the party, but you basically give the game a cliffhanger at the end of last session. So you're aware in the ethanol, but now only you and Mithan are aware.
So Mithan would want to clarify what she meant by the adversary because she's not aware. So would sort of assume that the ethanol would point it out, right? It would describe what she'd seen. Yeah, cool.
Okay. So actually, let's go. I just interrupted myself again. Let's go around everybody, get a sense of what you're doing, and then I'll describe what happened. So that you two are having an interaction. Tarquin, what is your plan for the next 10 minutes?
Well, I guess what Tarquin wants everyone to do. So Neathanol's invisible and doing her own thing. He wants the party to get together. He's obviously heard Karios scream. Noise doesn't matter anymore. He'd shout to bring the party back together to work out what we know and what we want to do.
Great. Cool.
To get people together.
Cool. Great. You're 20, I don't know what distance away from Karios. I can tell you if you like. You are 40 foot away from Karios. What is Grey and what does Demos do?
Grey would want to ask Karios if she's Karios. is she in control? And if she is, then he would go to her. If not, he would keep his distance. I think Demos was about to go into that house.
He's there.
So he would go. He would slowly go in, tentatively. He doesn't have look for traps, but he would be. He's a soldier. He's pretty smart. He'd be looking for anything that looks weird. He's mostly interested in trying to see if there's anything that could lead them to figure out who that person was, and also food.
Cool. Okay, and then lastly, Etienne. So in the next what's roughly your plan in the next 5 or so minutes?
Just get together with the party, figure out what's next. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So look, several things will kind of play out at the same time. Pete?
Can I speak for Karios?
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay. I suppose. I mean, she'll be. I'm not sure what she saw, so you can fill that bit in. But if she's capable, she will want to. I'm assuming she's terrified. So as much as she can, she would reassure Grey that it's her. She'd want to fly down to the rest of the party, as much as she could, and she'd apologise to Grey. It's me, and I'm sorry. And yeah, she'd want to regroup and just I suppose she'd need some time to collect herself. Really, sounds like she's and I think, if appropriate, she'd want to share what she saw that has made her so scared, if she can. It's over to you, Jim, to decide what that, that means.
Got a whole bunch of information. Give me some time to narrate. So Neathanol and I'd like to. So firstly, Demos, you go in cautiously. You go in to their house. You go inside. It's not allowing me to drop your token, but you're now inside. A little bit of information going into your channel, Demos.
Cool.
Coming into your channel now, Demos. Okay, some information in your channel now for Demos. So Demos, you've gone in. Tarquin, you've cried out for people to assemble. Etienne has heard that cry and makes his way over to you, perhaps giving Karios a wide berth. Gray, you come over and start to comfort Karios somewhat. So Etienne and Tarquin are together, at least, with Leif's floating body. Mithan and Neathnal, can you please resolve or discuss the discussion you have? And how loud is it?
No, it was whispered to Mithan, and Neathnal's wandered off.
Okay. Does would Mithan have tried to stop her in any way, or say anything, or do anything?
No. Should just say we'll take care and come back to us quick. Then Mithan would want to go and join Tarquin.
Okay.
And if she's got awareness, she would offer healing to Gray if she noticed some smouldering. If he's, or whatever. Yeah. She'll leave it at that. She won't mention anything about Neathnal just yet. But she's clocked that we don't want to move away from this. Well, that Neathnal's off doing somewhere, and Neathnal did say whereabouts, right? She did say over at the bodies, I assume. Right.
She indicated that if it was behind you, then it was behind you. That makes sense.
Right, got you. Yeah, she said. Yeah, cool.
I don't understand that. Do you understand that, Pete?
Well, depending on which way Mithan was facing.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, great. So Neathnal, you head off, and I will yet again split the party, and you and I will have a chat in a second. In terms of Gray and Karios, look, there's some distance apart from the rest of the party. Karios is, and Pete, I know you're playing her, but I will step in. She is violently shaking and shuddering and just sobbing from within her deep sobs. She is really, really, really upset. Hang on, Giles, just a bit of narration, please. She puts her one working hand around you, Gray, and just clutches you like everything depends on it. And she just says through the sobs, I can't describe. But it's seen me. Any reaction from Gray?
He would just hold on to her and say, "It's okay, it's okay."
Okay.
And he'd be very anxious because he doesn't know how to help.
Okay. Cool.
Except for just hold on.
Cool. Done. Sorry to say, Gray, that another minute or so goes past, and you're smouldering. You are smouldering. Oops. You're now on 93 hits. And I know, Mithan, you'd said that, but you're not close enough to see Gray.
I think, Chris, if we weren't moving, we'd go to them. Right, we need to regroup.
You don't give them some space? I thought you were planning on giving them some space. No? Okay.
Others might disagree, but Tark wouldn't want to go catch up with them. Others might go, no, give them some space.
All right. You head over.
No, what would others do?
We can. You know, they've had enough space. We can move over. Not rushing, but
okay.
Approach. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Tarquin. Sorry, Demos. Let's try that again. Demos. Anything from yourself?
I'm guessing there's nothing that he's found in this house except for he would go back to the team and tell them that there was nothing in there, but he could smell a faint smell of incense. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds magical and worrying.
All right. Anything just in general? So the party's back together. Karios is still sobbing. Her sobs. It's been literally a couple of minutes. Her sobs. Her breathing is becoming a lot calmer. She is definitely indicating she doesn't want to talk about what she's seen, and I'd actually leave that up to Alex to make that call. Before I head off to a Neathanal session, anything I should need to, anything else that's happening here that I need to be aware of?
Just I think the one thing I could say on Kyros's behalf would be that if she wants to communicate that perhaps if there's no immediate danger from something she's seen, like, I mean, if there's something coming in to attack us from there, she would, you know what I mean?
So she has confirmed that. Yep.
Yeah, cool. If Mithan has noticed Grey smouldering, she would want to cast a spell on him.
Give me a perception roll, please. Open, unmasked, and it's
Cool.
This is probably quite hard to. It's one thing to spot someone bleeding. It's a lot harder to see if someone's got burn damage. Yeah. So this is a negative 30 to this roll.
Oh. It's continuing. That's a 98.
Jesus. Plus.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Plus 75. Plus 88 is her bonus.
Okie dokie.
Minus 12 because she's at negative 12.
Thank you, and minus 30 for that. So a result of 219. So
you can see his underwear. Well, actually, no, that's not hard.
True. Does he wear underwear? Absolute success.
Sure not.
You are aware of everything in the area you examined, including information on the topic. Other than the one requiring the perception roll. You get plus 20 for all perception rolls for 10 minutes, 60 rounds.
Oh man!
No.
So not only Mithan, you come over to, cautiously because Grey and Karios appear to be having a bit of a moment. But you come over cautiously, and you're not exactly known for your social graces, but you indicate, "Hey, is it okay for me to intrude?" But before you even do that, your keen nose, Mithan, picks up the smell of burning flesh. And not just any burning flesh. Your nostrils on this particular occasion are so attuned that it is absolutely Grey's burning flesh. You detect that instantly. And you detect that it is it's Grey's arm that is still smouldering, and he is most likely suffering in pain as a result of it. You also spot, at the same time, if you look at Grey's neck, back of his neck, he has a ponytail, and something that you spot that not even Grey is aware of is a very large boil that looks quite ripe and pustule that Grey didn't even know existed is there. So your keen eyes of information have detected another injury on Grey that he was unaware of. You definitely see that he's still smouldering. He might be unaware of it because he's so wrapped up in his concern for Karios.
If she's got an opportunity, she would want to prepare for 2 rounds. Well, actually, if I can't remember, but she's got a burn relief 1 will heal 1 area of mild frostbite or first degree burn. I think in the past that spell has worked against heat hits per round.
And this is mild. It's only 1 hit per round. It is mild. Yeah. That spell would work.
Okay, cool. So she would prepare for 2 rounds and then cast that spell, please. With her just saying you want that fixed, and you've got a boil.
You pussy bastard. Okay.
He would say, "Yes. What is boil?"
Should poke it. Oh, no,
Bolting. Okay. Let's deal with this burning first, please. Could you give me a roll? You take another 2 rounds of burn damage, Grey. So you're on 91 hits.
And she will wave and gesticulate.
Yep.
Rolled a 24.
The spell goes off.
Cool. So yeah, it's just that. We'll heal 1 area of
perfect
of first degree burn.
That's exactly what this was. Grey, you can still smell both the hairs on your arms and your flesh still burning, but it had been burning. It is no longer. and you are now aware of an unsightly boil on the back of your neck. Anything else from
We
this?
try and hide that from Karios.
Excellent. Anything else from this group here? Anything else you do or say or go or whatever?
I think Tarquin would suggest we share the information we've gathered. So he would tell people about the masked girl you've shown, and he would want to know what's gone on with everyone else.
Yeah, agreed. M.E.R.P would encourage us to share the information, but also she would want to encourage us to move back to getting the hell out of here. So back along this wall, at least for a start, hugging the wall.
So you do
Can
move?
we see where? Well, can we see where M.E.R.P believes Neathanol has gone from here?
You can just make out a slightly lighter area over here. Yes.
Okay. So M.E.R.P is aware that Neathanol's asked us to not leave or to wait, but she doesn't want to hang around this creepy house. She just wants to be. She'll keep checking on that area. And if she starts to be able to see clearer figures, then perhaps she'll just slow the party down to not be visible from that area, if that makes sense.
Can we go hang out behind the pillar? It's
Yeah.
just slightly left of the cursor, right? We've got a little bit of cover. We're closer to where Neathanol's going, if that's where we know she's going. Does that make sense?
I suppose M.E.R.P would share that Neathanol said that there's a person awake, she thought, over at the scene of that fight that she's going to investigate. So we should wait for her.
Do people obey that, or do they disagree with that? And if so, where do you go?
Gray would be happy to obey that. He's just going to be hiding his boil and looking at Karios and just assessing her.
Okay.
But if we move forward to where Chris's cursor is, we're both staying essentially where we are. We'll be in cover, won't we, from where they are?
Yeah.
And so if my worry is Nathan will get into trouble, and then she's so far away from us.
Yeah, agreed.
That she'll get smashed, and we've, as a party, experienced that happening once before.
Yeah.
So I'm anxious for her well-being.
I reckon if we move up to the pillar, and M.E.R.P will keep a watch out as best she can towards the light.
Well, and so will Tarquin, who has night vision, that'll still be active. I mean, of course, he's a half-elf, so he'll perceive like crazy, Chris.
Okay,
That's
great.
a great idea.
Great. Could you give me
Chris, sorry. In particular, he's perceiving the things that might suggest there's an invisible person who's been seen. If you see what I mean. So he's mostly worried that Neathanol's invisibility spell won't work.
Mm-hmm.
And so Neathanol thinks she's invisible, but she won't be invisible. And so he's looking for people who are responding in a way that suggests, because Neathanol might not recognize it, but they can, which will, for us, will be danger. We need to do something to help her. Does that make sense?
Okay, sure thing. So you were over here near this house. You have moved past the pile of bodies there, and you are behind. Not exactly there. You're taking shelter, kind of in and around the arch. The distance between yourself and you can see that lantern there is. Oh damn it! I don't think this is. No, it's not. Yeah, no, the map's not going to play ball, unfortunately, unless I do that. No. I don't know the distance, guys, but it'll be several hundred feet at least. But you can see, and Tarquin, you can see particularly well. I would like both a masked perception roll from both Mithan and Tarquin, please. Tarquin, you'll get a healthy bonus for being able to see better.
Mithan rolled a 9.
Okay,
and she's at negative 12.
Thank you. Just a sec. Okay, and Tarquin, please.
on mute, Giles.
Sorry, 46, and I think he's 105.
I think he is too. Okay.
Yeah, I've got his roll sheet.
Okay. Cool. I will provide some information to both you guys now. Just trying to think of the time difference. So it's probably about in real time, probably about 5 or 10 minutes between collecting, moving, relieving the burn and going over to the Shadow of the Arch. Maybe 5 to 6 minutes. That would probably do it. So actually, what I might do is do the session with Neathanol, and then I'll come back to you guys. Cool. If you guys, if Pete, Aiden, and Giles, if you could exit stage left, please, and Graham. Cozy, Graham, just you and me.
Oh, hooray! At least you got your clothes on.
At least, I beg your pardon. Oh yes. It is pretty hot. It is pretty hot here. Yes, the GM is closed. Right. What do you do, please?
She'd like to approach the guy who's sat up.
Okay.
When she views it's time to be silent, she will slow down and creep.
Okay.
And
So
stalk.
So normal walking, I would say, to about there, and
then she'd like to steal up on him.
Yeah, got it. 106 foot away, you can creep, assuming you make a decent enough stalk roll. You can creep there in 2 rounds, effectively. Give me a stalk roll, please. Unmasked.
40. 40.
Mm-hmm. Plus
133.
Cool. Not a spectacular roll. And yeah, look, a bit of the ash kind of and rubble, etc., crunches a little bit under your foot. You're not silent, but you're pretty quiet. You're pretty quiet, and there's probably enough, background noise to not make too much of a difference. Arriving at the scene, you see 3 things. Well, a few things actually. First, you can see that creature there, and I'll give you an image of what it looks like. No, I won't actually. I won't. Yes, I will. No, I won't.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I had it saved, and then I discovered I didn't have it saved. What I will give you, and I'll go back to the map. You can see it, and you've seen one of these creatures before. Very, very tall, about 7 or 8 foot tall, and you can see it there on screen. It's collapsed. It's got very, very long claws, very long claws. This was the creature that you came across probably 2 to 3 days ago. It was the one that deadened Demos's arm, you recall.
I remember, yep.
Very, very vicious, pretty fast, and about 7 or 8 foot tall. It's the first thing you see. The second thing you see is this man here. And you can see with the amount of blood around him, he is very, very dead. Very dead. He looks like this. This man. So very heavily armored. He's not wearing furs, but he's very heavily armored in plate. He's carrying all 3 of those weapons, and his head has almost been completely severed from his body. There is no question about it. This man is dead. Around him is blood, and you can actually see blood heading off in this direction too. You can see it. It's quite visible. and there is a decent amount of light coming from this lantern, which is miraculously on its side. Beginning to sit up, however, and is perhaps more the focus of your attention, is this person here. She looks like this. She is in a very bad way. She has clearly been quite badly injured in her leg. She's got a cut on her head, which is bleeding. Her leg looks, her right leg looks to be at a slightly unusual angle, you think. She has that blade, but it's not within arm's reach. And she is groaning softly, and she is just slowly she's sitting up as described, and she is filthy. And the other guy, by the way, this man here, his clothes are just ruined from what you can make out. He's gaunt. He's very, very, very thin, as is she. His hair is lank and filthy. What is not covered in blood. His weapons are notched and all the rest. And so is she. She's thin to begin with, but she's incredibly thin. And the scarf has gone from her face. You can see her full face. Her cheeks are hollow, and her hair is filthy, and her clothes are just utterly trashed, filthy. She looks in a pretty pathetic state. She's you're side on to her, so she is sitting up pretty much exactly as you can see there, and you are back here, so you've walked one round, and you're kind of side on to her, so you can see her like that. She's not really looking around very much. She's kind of shaking her head a little bit groggily, and she's just kind of, you see her rocking to and fro a little bit.
I like to draw my dagger and creep up behind her.
Okay.
Sorry, short sword.
Short sword. Okay. Yep. So when you say creep up behind her, what's your plan?
Go over to the building.
Yep.
Sidle along there, and then come up behind her, immediately behind her. Well, actually, I'll go one round to get closer, because what I want to do is come up behind her and hold a blade to her throat and speak. So I'll do this in 2 rounds.
Okay, you've already rolled. It wasn't an amazing stalk roll, but it was okay. She doesn't look particularly compos mentis, fair to say. And Ethanol, you move there, and yet again, I am just having a miserable time with my counter. So, this. Great. So you move up directly behind her. Your weapon's drawn. What do you do?
So, at the same time that the blade touches her throat,
yep,
she says, "Hold completely still, or I cut your throat."
Right. What language do you speak in?
I'm going to speak in Thebronic.
Okay, good. Thank you. Could you please make a communications roll?
Four.
It's masked.
Good.
Yep. thought you'd like that. Hang on. Cool. And it was a 4, you said? Cool. And what is your ranks in Thebronic?
6.
6. Cool. And what is your memory plus your reasoning stat?
22 and a half.
Cool. 23. Excellent. Okay, that's great. Thank you. She stiffens and says in like quite heavily accented, strange Thebronic. Who the fuck are you?
And Neth will say, I'm like you, I'm not from here. Hold still and nothing bad will happen to you. I just need to have some questions.
Okay. What do you mean nothing bad will happen to me? Look at me.
Well, nothing worse. You have a blade at your throat. Believe me, it could be a lot worse. I just have a few simple questions.
Okay.
And then you can be on your way.
Do you have any? Okay, cool. And what do you do or say?
I'll say.
And sorry to check, are you using any kind of influence role, interrogation, in any kind of social role that I should be aware of?
She has duping.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got duping. That's probably the nearest she's got.
Okay, cool. Any social role, that's fine. Yeah. Give me a roll on that, please.
$19 plus 57.
Okay, what do you say?
So, what are you doing here? What's your purpose?
Being paid money, following the white woman, the white-haired woman.
Which country? Which land do you come from?
She sighs. I'm from Connor.
Do I know where that is?
Free city in the Narrows.
Oh, okay.
You don't know that. She says that.
Oh, okay.
You've got no idea.
No. Are you part of the TPP?
Part of what?
The Turang People's Party.
What's that?
Is she dressed like she's one of them? Because she's wearing all black, isn't she? She's not wearing any insignia or anything.
Looks like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Very ragged.
Okay. And what is the white woman's purpose here?
White-haired woman wants to find some library, some piece of red glass. I just want to go the fuck home. I have seen stuff in this fucking awful place that I never want to see again.
You and me both. And where's the white woman going now?
I don't know, friends. I don't know what they're doing. They're back in the mansion.
What's the mansion?
She sighs. Can you help me, please? I'm bleeding. I'm really hurt.
Okay. All right. I have friends who can help. I'm going to take the blade away from your neck. You stay where you are. I'll get my friends. Some of them have healing skills.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable?
I mean, she looks down at her badly messed up leg.
Yeah.
Sure. Some water if you have it.
All right. Well, she'll step back, keep her sword out, and if she's able to get her water out and give it to us, she will.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, she'll be invisible, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too hard. Okay. I said, yeah, we've got some water. Sit there. I'll get my friends. We'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
All right. Well, she'll creep off again and make a little. When she can see the party and she thinks she can make a little noise, like a whistle or something.
They're about 200 feet away. They're here.
All right. Well, if they can, I'll call Mithan.
From where? How far away do you go?
Well, a bit closer.
Okay. So what about there-ish?
Yeah, I'm at about 100. Well, 100 feet away, something like that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So about there-ish. Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Could you ask the others to join, please?
They're on their way.
Thank you.
Hello.
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 Okay.
How are we?
Good. Good. Just give me one tick, and then we'll go on to some other stuff in a second. And Giles is with us. Yes, he is. Fantastic. To note. Okay. Tarquin.
I didn't like the way you said that, Chris.
Yes. Just a second. Hang on. Just give me a sec to concentrate. Coming. Coming. It's frantically typing, and the words just don't come out quite fast enough.
You could try the whole speak to type thing.
Might give the game away a smidge, unfortunately. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Where's the fastest place to get it? Yes. Can I get it from there? I can! Triumph! Triumph. Okay. Excellent. So, everybody else back here, you're peering out into the gloom, and look, for Tarquin, who has excellent visibility, I'll just have a quick look at something else. Yeah. You're peering out at this light over here, and the light certainly helps you, Tarquin, and does help you a bit too, Mithan. You've been standing there for a bit, and no, you haven't actually. You pretty much just arrive, and Tarquin and Mithan, because you're looking out in that direction, you see the figure sit up. And Tarquin, you have a better look at who the figure is, by the way. Mithan, it's too far away for you, but I'll share a picture for you, Tarquin. You see the figure suddenly kind of stiffen like this, and can't be sure, but perhaps speak. You can't see anybody else there. A little bit of information coming into your channel, Mithan. And firstly, Tarquin, two things. A bit of information in your channel. Firstly, what the figure looks like. They're still some way off, but because you've cast a spell on yourself, which allows you to see effectively as if it's daylight. Now you still are inhibited by the mist, etc. But unusually there isn't a huge amount of mist right here, and it's reasonably clear. You see firstly the figure, it's the second figure, and some other information too. The second piece of information is a little bit later, and pretty much and Giles kind of there. And pretty much with that second piece of information, just as you see that, you hear a voice from some distance off say, "What, please, Neathanel?"
Come on, Mithan, come, all of you.
Okay.
Come to the lantern.
Oh. Any actions?
Yep.
Mithan
would say,
Sorry,
yeah.
Go, Pete.
Mithan would say, yeah, let's go. I think we should get out of the city as quickly as possible. But we'll trust you, Neathanel, and she'll prepare. We'll make sure the group's ready to go, and would start moving towards the lantern.
Cool.
It's definitely Neathanel's voice, right?
Sounds like Neathanel.
And I would say I've seen a woman who does not appear to be Neathanel in black and a sword, and the wing of a demon star in the periphery of my vision. That's what I've seen.
So the woman that you saw is the figure sitting up.
Thank you.
And then over there was the other information.
Right. So the other two places. The woman is here sitting up, and the wing is over here. So I'd say to the party, I think whatever this demon is has attacked the party but not killed the woman. Maybe the woman is TPP or New Enlightened, dressed in black. I am worried this is a trap.
So Mithan would say, tell us more, Neathanel.
Okay, I'm coming over, and she'll, Chris, she'll walk over, not worried about being quiet.
Okay, sure.
I'm invisible, coming over.
Okay.
Said the woman is what?
I'm happy. Mithan is happy to start moving towards the figure if that's what Neathanel has said, but was wanting more information as we walked.
All right.
If that's okay for the party, unless Giles wants to stop us. I mean,
I'm good with that. No, I think we need to be together, including Neathanel. So I'm good with that.
Yeah. And we're now aware, and so Tarquin pointed out the place where he saw the wing, and we're aware of that demon that attacked Karios. I think we're all sort of clocking that that's perhaps a lone predator. So as we're walking over, keeping an eye on that place too, as well as listening to Neathanel.
You can't be sure, but you think a couple of you might have seen a flicker of movement up here on this ruin, and then nothing more.
So as we move, Chris, I'm going to just perceive like mad in that direction. I'm looking to see if whoever this thing or what it is comes back. Mm-hmm. And my presumption, because plus 20 if you've got a very specific thing, is that whatever it is has killed or injured this party.
Okay, give me a roll, please. Give me another roll. Okay. As you're walking over, Neathanel, what are you saying?
I'll say so. The party can hear. She claims, and I've no reason to doubt her. She's very injured. She is in employ of the white woman from the TPP. She claims not to know what the TPP is.
What white-haired woman? The GM misspoke. White-haired woman.
White-haired woman. Yep. Who we saw a vision of, and she's apparently gone back to the mansion. I don't know where that is, but she does. She's very injured. She just wants to get out of here. I don't think she's a member of the TPP. She could be. But she wants our help.
So I rolled a 70 for us.
She
okay, no,
also,
hold there, Graham, please. A 70? What was the 70, please? So
that was the perception.
No. 70 what?
70.
70.
Exactly 70.
Thank you. Great. Cool. Okay, cool. Something into your chat, Tarquin. Cool. And Neathanel continues.
She has come. She told me that the white-haired woman has come here to find a red disc for what she doesn't know, but I think that we know what that red disc contains, or probably. Yeah, that's as far as I got. I've just come now to collect you guys.
So essentially, by that time that Neathanel has said that, you've walked the 200 odd foot. Anybody doing anything or saying anything or anything is before you approach, perhaps a little bit before you get up to this area? Anything I should be aware of?
I'm going to perceive like crazy in all directions.
Yep, done. Yep, noted. Duly noted. Anything else? Oh, okay. I'll describe.
I suppose a wee discussion. If we've got a little bit of time, what do we want to do? Go to the mansion or get out of the city? Smith ends.
Did we inspect those bodies last time at all to see if they've got anything we might want or food?
We didn't go near those bodies. Now is the first time we've gone near them, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably. So, yeah, I think it'd be good to have a check, see.
Yeah.
We can figure out how they died and also what they've got that we can steal.
Yeah. Any response from anyone to Mathan's question?
Yeah. Well, let's just see what we can find out.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You approach, looking around. Tarquin, duly noted. You're checking everywhere you've rolled previously, and I'm just going to take that roll that you rolled before. This is the scene that you see, and apologies, Neathanel, this is the second time you've heard this. The first is you see a large creature. You've seen one of these before. And Demos, you in particular shudder because it was the same very large 7-8 foot tall thing you saw some 2 or 3 days back that seemed to put some kind of hideous enchantment on your arm. Very large, massively long claws, and it clearly is very, very dead. Like it's got a massive rend throughout its chest, and it's just lying still. The second body, a lot of blood around, and this man is very, very clearly dead. You can see the blood around him. The second man looks like this. Now, he's not as healthy looking as that. His armor is chipped and dented. He's not wearing furs. It's way too hot for furs. Parts of his equipment, parts of his mail armor, plate mail is missing. His weapons are dinted. His hair is filthy. He's thin. He's really, really thin and haggard looking. He's also nearly missing his head, nearly had his head torn off. He is very, very dead. So a massive rend across his neck, and he is definitely dead. Those 3 weapons that you can see there are lying around him. The other person is this woman here. The bandana has come down from her face. She is also in pretty pitiful condition. Her leather armor, clothing, call it what you will, is rent in lots of different places. Her hair is filthy and lank. She's very, very like the other man. She's very thin in her face, and she's got a clearly an injured leg. She's got certainly a cut on her leg, a pretty severe cut on her leg, and the angle of her leg, her lower leg, doesn't look good. She's also got a head wound, which is still bleeding, and she's got other cuts and scrapes around her. She is sitting up, and she's looking at you. She's watching you as you approach. That sword that you can see in her left hand is close by, or is close-ish to her, but it's out of her reach, and she's made no attempt to move towards it. And she's just sitting watching you. The last thing you note is there is, and no one needs tracking at this stage. There is blood. You can see quite a lot of blood, literally bloody footprints off here. That's what you see as you arrive. Now, I'm not going to move counters over because the map hates me, and I'm not going to move Neathanal because Neathan's counter hates me. But you've all come up to, I'm assuming, speaking distance to her. I'm not going to move your characters up, but you've come up to this woman. What do you do?
Mathan would like to, being aware that she might potentially be from TPP and she might potentially have our party's description, because I think we have been sort of enemies of them. So she would like to do her best to perceive any reactions on her face once we reach sort of visual range where she'll be able to recognise us.
Okay, give me a roll, please.
And there's a perception roll, and I believe it's within 10 minutes, so she should get plus 10? Plus 20.
Yeah,
Plus 20.
I'll give you that.
Cool, thank you.
Probably not, but yeah.
No.
No, it's more than 10 minutes. I'm sorry, Pete.
Okay, no,
Sorry.
all good. Thought I'd better check.
No.
Rolled a 25.
25, okay.
Negative 12, and her bonus is plus 88.
Cool. Roll again, please.
Oh. 75.
Okay. All right. Cool. Some information coming into Mython's channel.
Cool, thank you.
So you approach. You get. What do you do? Neathanal, you're still invisible, of course.
She says, "Well, these are my friends. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name."
Didn't give it. Can you heal me? Can you help me, please? I'd love some water.
Neathanal will leave the conversation to the others. She's just gonna just have a little scout around at the back there, just scanning all the ruins.
Okay. Give me a perception roll. Just to note, this woman is speaking very, very heavily accented. She's clearly not a native speaker, so her phrasing is very unusual and quite laboured. Thebronic. So if you can speak Thebronic, you can communicate with. I'm not going to ask for a communication roll on this occasion.
Etienne is 8 in Thebronic.
Okay.
I've just rolled a 13 perception.
Okay.
Hopefully that's master, and plus 86.
Cool. What do you do, please?
Well, Etienne will say, yes, he'll say, you're injured. Here, have some water. And he'll offer her some water from his canteen.
She greedily has some.
He won't let go of it. So when she starts, she'll go, easy now.
Okay.
We don't have much to go around.
Thank you, pretty boy, she says, looking up
Tarquin speaks Thronic to 10 and writes it to 10. So I think he'd say, can you tell us what happened? You know, fill us in your story. Is this your best language? You know, what can you tell us of what happened? Who are you? Where are you from?
She breaks into South Tongue, and she is fluent in South Tongue. She says, "Well, I speak South Tongue. Does anybody else speak that?"
You'll need to help me, Chris. So I speak Throbonic 10 and 10 and South Tongue to 4. Are we better communicating in Throbonic or South Tongue?
Definitely. So to describe, 4, user may converse on very simple subjects using whole sentences instead of broken phrases. User can understand everyday conversation when spoken slowly. That's 4. 10 is absolute fluency of the chosen language and all closely related dialects. Extremely archaic and complex concepts may prove troublesome.
Well, I think Tarquin would tell this person these things and say, you know, can we converse better in South Tongue or Throbonic? And we'll want to know who they are, where they come from, and how they can add on the story they've told in the Athanol. And if it's nothing, it's nothing.
Okay.
Does anyone speak South Tongue?
Mathan speaks South Tongue to 5.
That's better than any of my characters.
So I suppose the point is her Thebronic better than a 4 or worse than a 4 sort of thing?
Correct.
It's about a 4. She's pretty halting, pretty basic, pretty slow.
So better to go with Mithan speaking South Tongue to 5, because then we've got a 5 versus a 10 instead of a 4 versus a 10, if that's all right. But Mithan is happy to translate whilst she's she might jump ahead of the queue and say she can attempt to do a diagnostics, and she's not very good. She tends to hurt people doing it. She'd give that warning, and she can attempt to stop bleeding if the woman allows her to and gives her consent. And whilst Mithan's preparing or doing whatever, she would translate for Tarquin as she needs to. If that's
and I presume the party can hear, and Tarquin would want to know, you know, if you're not TPP, who are you? What are you doing here? What's the point? Does Nathanel know any of this? And if not, I want to know what, you know, who is this person?
Okay, cool. So, couple of things. She's absolutely fine with you trying to doctor her. She's not in fighting condition. That's very apparent. Give me a diagnostics roll, please, Pete.
I think that can she improve her chances of diagnostics by only wanting to look at a specific thing, which is she wants to know how many hits per round she's bleeding at, if she's in fact bleeding?
She is bleeding. Give me a roll, please.
Okay. Better do it in the main channel rather than D100. That's a I hope it's masked. That's a 13.
Yep, that is. And what's her skill?
Plus 30.
Okay. So you kind of poke at her leg, and she screams in pain. What the fuck are you doing, you idiot? You idiot! Ow! And you don't know, Mithan, but it doesn't look like the leg's very good. She is still bleeding, however. She's bleeding from the cut in her head.
Okay, so Mithan can she make a judgment? That was her attempt at trying to guess the flow of the cut on the head.
Not very severe.
Not very severe. Okay, cool. She will prepare and cast a spell.
Okay.
Whilst translating for.
Okay. Give me a roll, please.
Or Tarquin, if possible. I'll just find the. Yep, cool. So prepare for 2 rounds. rolled a 21.
21. The spell goes off, and the flow of blood from her head ceases.
Cool.
She's
Over that time,
Hansik. She's looking at Mithan very suspiciously, though. You really hurt her, and you did her some hit point damage. Yeah, she's really not looking too enamored of Mithan. Cool. What happens, please? And over that time.
Mathan would want to heal her some hit points as well.
Okay. Charles?
Tarquin wants to know who she is, where she's come from, who she supports, and why she's here.
Cool. Mithan, do you have any kind of interrogation skill or social skill or anything like that?
Social skill? Really? Sorry, no.
I'm going to interrogate her, Chris.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my interrogation skill to do that.
Okay, great. Give me a roll.
She's got none of those. Sorry. She's got a very high intuition.
No.
No.
So you can try, Mithan, but
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm interrogating.
Okay. Give me a roll, please. Must. And this is in Duyranaki.
Sorry. Not 92.
Shame it's
And my
masked.
interrogation skill is 80.
Wow.
I think it should be unmasked at 92, Chris.
Okay. Goodness me.
Again, I'm just going to say, yay! It's another skill I've never used.
Right. No, not quite. How do you what? So you've asked those questions. I've got that. What? And you're having to slow it right down because do you understand? You're using do you understand very simple words, very simple phrases because you've switched back to clearly a tongue that she's not so familiar in. But like, what is your there is different ways to interrogate people. You can, get out the hot poker. You can get out the knives. You can just simply ask somebody questions. You can be friendly.
Yep. So I'm going to switch between Southbrung and Duyranaki.
Yep.
Because I'm extremely good in Duyranaki and not so good in South Tongue. I'm going to ask her those questions. I'm going to do it using, guile and charm. We're clearly trying to heal her. We're the good guys. We want to help you.
Okay.
We're going to interrogate you as the good guys, not the bad guys. There's no hot pokers over your
Got it.
navel.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So this is not we are going to cut you. This is actually okay. Great. Thank you. So let's have the conversation. What do you say?
So I'll ask her. Tell us, who are you? Where do you come from?
She just sighs wearily and she's kind of eyeing up Mithan quite suspiciously. Don't let the ugly woman come near me again.
Mithan's trying to help you. We want to help you. But you need to help us.
Yeah.
Right,
look,
who did you come in here with? Why are you here?
Sure. So my name's Vana. I'm from Konya. It's a free city in the Narrows. No one seems to know it.
Who have you been?
I do stuff for money, and I'm here in the employ of that bitch with white hair, that slave driver with white hair. She wants us all dead, I swear.
Do you know her name? Do you know who she is?
Yes. We're not meant to know her name, but I've we've been living alongside these people for what seems like an eternity now. Chonta. Her last name is Chonta. Irene is her first name.
She's Irene Chonta, and do you know why she's brought you here?
Yeah, as I told your sneaky friends a few minutes ago, she's here to go to some library, or find something written on like a red piece of glass or a red sliver of glass or something. We'd look out for kind of red glass, basically. But it's just been a fucking disaster. It's just been a night. I fucking hate this place. Everything is here. Everything here is trying to kill us. We open up a door, some undead thing jumps out. We had two of our friends turn basically septic in front of our eyes with disease and rot. It's just been the demons and horrors here I've just never come across before. I just want to go the fuck home. What are you doing here? She says.
We hate this place too. We want to leave, and we hate that Chonta chick. So if you know where she is, we might be able to do something about it. We'll heal you. We can take you with us. Help us. Hurt her. What can you tell us?
You'll take me?
If you will help us to hurt her, we'll take you.
And Etienne would ask, has she got the disc yet?
Nice.
We're still fucking here, aren't we?
Yeah. So she's not gone to leave the city. She's gone.
I don't know. We think we're lost. The mist is confusing. It sends us in different directions. Who am I answering? You, pretty boy, or you, pretty boy? She says, looking at Etienne.
Oh, either pretty boy will do. I am Etienne. You are.
I'm Tarquin. It's nice to meet you, and you're our new friend. It's
And you are.
I just gave you my name.
Sorry, I didn't catch it. What was it?
Do you know where Chonta has gone?
She looks at Etienne as though he's simple. I just said my name is Varna.
Varna. The player is simple, not the character.
Okay. Yeah, I know where she is. Well, I know where she was as of 2 hours ago.
Where?
She's in the palace, the ruins of the palace, anyway.
Which way is that?
There, she says, and she points into the mist. Down there. Not far. Follow these ruins down, you hit a big wall. Go to the wall, see a gate. There's a hole in the gate, and you'll be able to see the White Palace through there.
Can I check, Chris? How's Mithan's healing coming along?
Mithan's stopped.
You, Pete?
Mithan's kind of stopped inflicting pain on her. Just kind of backed off, and this woman is looking a little bit better. Are you casting healing on her, Pete?
Yes, she was intending to heal her of hits.
How many, please?
Oh, yep. I'll just cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's another 98.
Fucking hell.
3d10. Oh, whoa! 28 hits. That's 2 off her max.
Wow.
Spell.
She is looking. So Mithan casts that spell basically as you're talking, and she kind of shakes her head a little bit, and she looks up at Mithan and gives a grudging nod. Sometimes I wish wish the players could see what I see. That was a great expression, Giles. Yeah. What do you say?
I think we would say we're clearly trying to help you here. Help us. Help you hurt her. Will you take us to her so we can do something about this now?
Uh.
And then we're out of here. We'll help you. We'll leave with you.
I don't think I can walk. Look at this. She points at her leg.
All right. Can she walk?
She looks pretty bad. Maybe if you carry me or something. I'm certainly no good in a fight, and I don't want to be stuck out here by myself. There's things that climb, glide, wings.
Yeah, I think we've met most of them. Well, conflab people, what do we want to do?
Well, so thinking about the interrogation, which is a pretty good role, I think what I would, this is our conflab, Chris, I'd be suggesting that what we do is we suggest we hide her somewhere here. We go after her in Echonta. She points out where she is.
Time out from the GM. You guys have a chat. Now, is this within hearing of your friends, your newfound friend Varna?
No, we'd say to her, we just need to have a conflab about the best thing for us to do and the best thing for you.
Okay.
What language do we speak?
Coming back, guys, and in about 5.
Sindarin? What do we all speak?
Just keep out of her earshot, but keep an eye out for the bat thing coming to jump on her.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yathnos having a look around. So yeah, I mean, basically, those who've been this from the beginning, clearly want death to Irene Shonta, and she hasn't found the disc yet. So there would seem an opportunity to stop, whether there's actually a real opportunity or not. That's probably a moot point. To actually try and stop her now, we need to find out how many men who she's got with her, how many there are, how powerful they are, and then make a decision based on that as to whether we try and knack her now. I mean, we're not in great, amazing shape.
We can find her. We could single her out and have a go. I mean, the odds are low. But
well, let's see how many there are. Let's see how many there are of them.
Yeah, correct.
I think before we go as well, Tarquin should learn their faces so he can become them potentially.
It's a good idea. I can do that. I can make myself look like them, feel like them, have the same shape as them, have the same skills as them. Essentially, Tarquin can make him be one of her lackeys.
Yeah, if she can tell you all about that character, then you could basically be them.
Right, yeah, so I could be her. I can be her.
Mm. Well,
as long as she is within 20% of my body habitus, I can essentially be her by casting a bunch of spells.
Yeah, if we got her to tell us everything, and then you become her, then you could probably sneak in and just...
I hadn't even thought about that. That's a great idea.
And Neathel do a sneak in and backstab her with the ambush skill?
Well, so yes, so
all of that.
Could go and be her.
Hang on. Let's find out what we're up against, shall we?
Yep. I wonder if what will make her reassure her to give away that information, because we haven't got her confidence. Perhaps Karios could cast fly on her to prove that we can take her with us.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? To say, okay, we won't carry you, but here's some magic to make you keep up with us. You know, she's not going to take off. It's only 75 foot per round, so I don't think she's going to run away from us, sort of thing at the moment.
Well, should we just say that we can, rather than do it? What do you think?
Well,
yeah.
How shy PowerPoints are we, and are we going to sleep before we do this?
I think Karios has got 83.
Right, so she's got 1 million PowerPoints, right? So we should do it, and we should take her flying.
Well, let's just finish the question. Let's find out what we're up against.
Yeah.
Then we'll know what we're going to do.
Before we leave as well, if we do decide to go, would we hide the bodies so that, the lady doesn't find them and then be like, oh, what happened to your friend? I don't know.
Right, so they'll be moving quick, Graham, and others. Surely what we should do is follow. Neathanol can be in there invisible.
Well, hang on. Let's
looking like someone.
First things first, let's find out what we're up against before we start planning. Because if there's 18 of them, there's no point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's true.
Well, we don't know. We don't know how many there are. Although we would have asked the guides, right? Do we remember what that total was?
Oh.
I think they were cagey around proper numbers. Like it was confidential.
Right.
Give me 2 sets.
All right, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Can Etienne would ask her at the Bronic how many in her party are still living and able?
Etienne's asking or Tarquin?
Either. He can charm. He'll charm and ask.
Yeah, give me a roll, please. Unmasked.
$76.
Plus. Plus. Hello. Oh, you there, Graham? Have we just lost Graham? I reckon there's. Yeah, he's
internet or something.
Work internet and hello, Graham.
Oh, he's on his phone.
Sorry, my laptop just died. I'm just on my phone.
Yep.
So I rolled a 76. I'm not quite sure of Etienne's score on charm because I left my printouts somewhere else. It's just on the computer's just starting up.
Okay.
But it's quite a lot.
Okay, hang on. We're just gonna. Graham, could you just pop yourself?
I've got it. It's all right.
Yeah, could you pop yourself on mute when you're doing
Back up
something?
and running.
Okay, you're really loud with background noises. Open mic.
Okay, 88.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. What do you say, please?
Etienne. So yeah, he says very charmingly, saying, "Well, yeah, we've got to watch ourselves as we make our way. Obviously, we can transport you by making you fly, but who are we up against? How many people travel with a white-haired woman?"
She looks a bit confused. Give me some more water. She says.
All right, I think gives her a little bit more water.
Okay. She takes another few gulps. Oh God, that's so good. We haven't had water for a long time. Thank you. Nearly out of food too. This has been such a disaster. How many? 20, 25 of us started. I think there was about 15 of us 14 maybe, that got on the boat. We said goodbye to our guides at this tower. Well, it depends. There were 4 of us going out scouting for food. She glances over at the other body. Well, that's 1 down. There are another 2. I don't know what happens to them, but they're not here. Depending on them, maybe 8, 9, 10, perhaps. Or more than 10.
Okay.
So, what language are we in?
You're kind of chopping him. Her strong preference is South Tongue, but in Etienne's case, he doesn't speak South Tongue, so it's very, very slow Thebronic. By the way, I'm just very conscious that Gray and Pete, quiet. Anything else for your characters, or either of your characters doing anything, saying anything I should be aware of? No pressure to say anything, but just.
I think Gray would be, definitely trying to listen in and trying to understand his South Tongue's pretty low. I think it's 3 or 2 or 3. So he's catching the odd word, but he's more interested in just keeping an eye on Karios. Demos is his is 3, so he probably understands a little bit too, and he'd just be trying to understand, and he'd just be, just watching her, keeping an eye on her. Ready to give her a jab if he needs to.
Etienne would continue
to ask about who these people were and whether they were magic users or fighters or just try and get more information about who travels with her.
Yeah, there's God, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Yeah, I mean, these people have this weird attitude to magic, right? Like they say they don't like it, say they hate it, and they sneer at the people that do, but actually they rely on magic quite heavily. Yeah, there's I don't know what you call them, higher sword mage with them. Yeah, actually, his assistance. God, without his assistance, we'd be dead a bunch of times. He was able to get us to levitate up onto a cliff or onto a high point to avoid, I don't know even what those things were, things with arms and tentacles and stuff. And he blasted them with fire as well several times. So yeah, he's there. He's being paid, I think, better than all of us, and he seems reasonably still quite loyal. But he's not one of them, not one of those black folk. Yeah, there's the white-haired woman. She's got a lieutenant that seems to be pretty handy with a sword. Others, she's kind of thinking. Couple of bows, perhaps. Generally quite good at sneaking. They've got a couple of decent fighters, yeah. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard to tell the story. I'm just getting a lot of feedback, so can people pop yourselves on mute? Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. That'd be about it. Ooh. Aiden, can you pop yourself on mute, please? Thank you. What do you do?
We're all mute.
Tarkle would suggest to her, can you tell us where they are?
Just did.
Let's go find you.
She's just told that. Once she's got the disc, where does she intend to go?
She hasn't got the disc.
When she gets the disc, where does she intend to go?
We've been promised now for days that we're getting out of this terrible place. I don't know if they do know how to get out of this terrible place. Do you know how to get out?
Well, the way we came.
Well, through that red thing. I don't do that again.
Well, we've got the magic word, so should work.
So do we.
Oh, good. Well, it should be fine then.
It's pretty horrible the first time.
Not nice, but it's better than in here, isn't it?
It's true.
Okay, so do you know what her intention? She gets the red disc, then what does she do?
I don't know, pretty boy. I really don't know. She wants it. She's got to find a library, right? She's saying there's a library. She thinks it's in the palace. We've only just got to the palace a few hours ago. We were sent out to maybe find some food, and then that fucking thing there, and she points over at the corpse of the tall creature. She shudders. That thing there just came out of nowhere and took Ethan's head off and raked the other two. I don't know. It just all happened so fast. I don't know. I fucking want to go home. I want a beer. I want a beer and I want to go home.
Don't we all? Right. What do we want to do, people?
Let's go find her. Let's bring her with us. Let's go find her. I think we can talk about this in.
Well, there's 10 of them. There's 10 of them, and there's 8 of us. Yeah.
And I can look like her, and you can be invisible in the ethanol, and we can get close. And
well, you could even be the guy that's had his head cut off if we bury him, so they don't find him.
We could do that, but yeah, I think they're not going to come back out here looking, right? I just think speed is the order of the day.
Mm.
Okay. Nyathana was looking around while this was going on. Did she find anything?
In your channel.
Oh, right. Cool. Right. No. If Nyathana comes back, the guy who's down, what weapons did he hold?
Those.
Right. Long ones.
Yeah, and can I check, Chris? Is the person we're speaking to within 20% of the body stature of Tarquin? Probably, by the looks of things.
Yeah, maybe. Give me a roll. If you roll 65 or under, yes, she is.
Ooh, my oppression. Oh my god, 99.
Sorry, she's a bit taller actually than Tarquin. Tarquin's quite short. Yeah, she's just a bit taller, I'm afraid. No, she's not.
Okay.
Where's the other guy?
Well, yeah. Okay, so can I do the same thing for the other guy?
He is huge. He's big. He is brought along as brawn.
So
no, I'm going to say.
I'll telepathy. I can make myself look, feel, and taste like her from a magic user perspective, but I'm going to be, a little bit shorter. So, because I can only make myself 20% bigger, which means, we'll have an invisible Neathanol if we decide to go in, and we can have her just slightly smaller. Tarquin's view is we should go after Arani now and try and get it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. We don't have food, and we can get water, but through the ice ball, presumably.
Condensation.
Or condensation. Well, yeah. All right. Well, we'll check it out, I guess. See how easy that is. So, are we going to make her fly?
Why don't we ask her to tell us more about their location?
Okay. SEM will ask that. Can you describe the palace? You've been in it before, I assume.
Well, we found it a few hours ago. Yeah. We haven't gone upstairs yet.
What was downstairs?
Yeah. Getting there, friend. Getting there. God, impatient, aren't we? She sighs. I mean, it's all horrible. It's all moldy and slimy and grimy and filthy, as you'd expect. We've only got as far as, well, maybe they've gone upstairs, but they hadn't by the time that we left. Till, I don't know. Time's weird in this fucking place, and she looks up at the sun kind of bouncing across the sky. There's like you come in. There's like one. What we did find is there's like one main entrance at the front. It's got steps going up to it. Two double doors. One of the double doors at the front has been, I don't know, massive door blown off its hinges. Looks like fire or something. And then there's kind of two wings either side of that. In the center, straight down the middle, we found there's like a garden thing in the center. At the back, there's a temple. We didn't really didn't like that very much. There's a temple at the back with this big bull thing. Didn't really spend much time there, or at least I didn't. Also at the back, there's some like storage area. At the back in the storage area, there's the only other door that we found at the back of it. Didn't go out. I don't know if it's open or closed. And then at the back, it's adjacent to the storage area. There's a kitchen and there's, I don't know, some kind of mess.
Idiot boy wants to go. Idiot boy would be like, we just need to go.
You interrupted?
Yeah, idiot boy would interrupt and say, let's go.
Okay, cool.
And he'd probably look at Etienne and say, for support, let's go, let's go.
She stops me.
All information is good at this point, since we're blundering into God knows what. So they intend to go and explore the upstairs. Is that their intention?
Listen, I'm just the fucking hired sword, okay? I don't know.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. She wants the thing, the red thing, right? The red thing.
Yeah. Maybe float would be a good idea. Rather than fly, don't we think?
Yeah, let's float.
Just fly off.
By now, by the way, quite some time ago, Leif would have ceased floating.
Right, and time is passing. I think we need to fly them both and get going. It's
Yep.
Before we go, did a friend have any magical weapons that we could take?
You genius.
Magical, yeah. That's the other horrible thing, right? She looks over at the corpse of this thing. Most of our gear just doesn't work on these creatures. She glances over at her companion. Give me a roll, please. Yeah, give me a roll. Yeah, give me a roll. Just give me a random roll.
Ooh, can I continue the trend? Oh gosh. 89?
89. Nah. He didn't have any magical weapons.
Yeah. Okay. No rings or amulets? Anything?
He's a high. Is Gray asking this, or is he looking?
Yeah. Well, he just having a little glance, and maybe would. I mean, I don't know if Gray can ask. Maybe I think he could do basic. He'd probably say any shiny.
Any shiny.
Well, if Gray can't ask,
give me a
give
me a communication check, please, Gray, just for fun.
Okay. 5.
5.
Just 5.
5. Okay. What's your bonus?
Ooh.
Sorry. How many levels in South Tongue, please?
For Gray, he is. Oh, he is 3.
3. Okay, plus 30. And what's his bonus for memory and reasoning combined? And divide by 2.
6. Plus 6.
Plus 6. Cool. Thank you. You appear to be communicating somewhat, but all these strange references to your grandmother and cream cheese keep confusing the issue. Keep trying. Communication was at 5 ranks less than 5 ranks less officially than normal. So that's -1 for you, Gray. Look, you're not making yourself very clear. Shiny.
Yeah.
She just.
Tarquin will just ask the same question.
Hang on. Just give me a chance to describe the scene. She just shakes her head at this half-dressed savage muttering to her about cream cheese and her grandmother. She's looking at you guys like these are some pretty strange people. A psychopath who tries to injure me while she's being healed and all the rest.
Gray would look around at the team and be like, "What? Why didn't she get it?"
Okay. Tarquin, you were going to do something, please.
Yeah, thanks, Russ. I'll just translate. It's a great question. Are there magical items, objects, things that seem to help in this area that your slain colleagues or you might have that can help us
Anything valuable?
serve your cause in slaying the white woman?
I don't have anything friends, and I don't think he did either. He was pretty good with a normal sword, but I saw him run 2 of these things right through the chest with that massive sword of his over there, and they just kept coming. It was really only the mage that managed to. A couple of others say they've got enchanted blades, and they seem to work, but it was the mage that did the most damage. What do you do?
Okay. Well, which direction did she point? In the direction of the palace?
I think
Blood
Tarkin would suggest we cast float on her, 1 balloon or 2. I can add another balloon to my pack, and that we head in the right direction to the palace. That's what I'd suggest to the team.
Yep.
Okay. Nathanel will offer to go out ahead, as before.
Okay.
Actually, Mathan would suggest one more thing, that we should ask them about any magical protections or detections that she might have noticed. She'll just ask her that she heard the party, like the mage would do as they were camping or as they were setting up a base camp. Did she know of anything? Odd rituals, odd hand waving.
I mean, he's a mage, so of course he does weird shit.
Demos would actually want to ask as well, does he use incense?
I don't know. Maybe when he's romancing. I've never seen him use incense. She looks at Demos as though he's kind of simple. What? No, he doesn't fucking use incense. Who is this guy?
Yeah, he's strong of muscle.
Is it all on his? Is it all on his head?
Some of it. So, how many of the group are
No
hirelings like
offense,
yourself?
Aiden. It's not the GM saying that.
No offense taken.
Sorry.
How many hirelings like yourself are with the group, and how many are part of her inner circle?
She shrugs. Let me think. 5. Well, it depends what happened to the 2 that the 2 that were with me. I guess. I'd say 5 people like me, higher swords. The remainder are her people.
So another 5 of them.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, she kind of counts them up. Yeah, 5. 5. Yeah, 5 of them left. They tend to wear black, but they don't all wear black.
No. Well, you're wearing black, but yeah.
I'm wearing brown, I think.
Okay. We've changed. Anyway. Okay.
Brown, black.
Right. Okay. So we'll. Nathaniel will. Etienne will ask if someone can float her towards the palace.
I think Karios could do float.
Karios can't do float. She can do fly, and Karios thinks that Gray should conserve his power points for Leif's float spells, so she thinks that fly on this lady would be better.
Cool.
Is that a bad idea?
Well, it's all right as long as she doesn't fly off, I suppose. Yeah.
Gray can fly pretty fast if he needs to catch her, and also we can pick her eyes out if we need.
So why don't someone put that have that discussion with her, not Karios, not Mathan.
All right. SM will be his charming self and say, okay, so my friends are able to fly you, so you'll be able to move. All we ask really is you don't fly off and warn the white-haired woman. We've got nothing against her followers who she's hired. But yeah, we're going to go and check them out, see if we can see what needs to be done there, and then we'll get out of the city. Does that sound good?
You're gonna.
Does that sound good?
Yeah. You're gonna make me fly.
Well, better than walk. You can't walk, so that's the best. That's a good thing for you to do. Huh? You don't need to fly very high. Just hang around here. Just means you'll be able to move.
Oops. You're an enchanter?
I'm not, but my friends are. So yeah. All we ask is don't fly away. There are others among us who can fly much faster, so they'll only chase after you and bring you down. So just ask you to just keep close. That's for your own protection. There's so many demons and nasties out there. I wouldn't go too far from this party myself. We're gonna
did you try to fly over the walls?
No.
Yes, that wasn't good.
What happened?
It's a whole bunch of stone birds up on the walls.
Ah, really? Yeah. Well, don't fly too high then.
Yeah,
we know a parable about that.
That's what I'm worried about. I don't want to fly.
Yeah. We'll just fly just a foot off the ground, and then you stay in the middle of us, and we'll keep you safe.
All right.
And then we'll head off, check out the situation, and go from there.
Okay. Any other preparation I should be aware of? I'm very keen. I'm very aware that Tarquin is wanting to go. Is he doing anything, or is he? Yeah. I mean, anybody can act at any time. By the way.
Yeah, no, we got a plan. Let's stick to it.
Yeah. So I think a float spell for Leif, because he can't fly because it takes agency, has to be awake to do it. And Karios will be able to prepare and cast fly on Varna, and Mathan would have a bow knocked.
Okay.
Arrow knocked. And suggestion will be, yeah. That's good enough for now for us to get us moving, I think.
Okay.
Cautiously. Does anyone disagree?
Okay. Yep. I'm keen to move things along. So speak now or forever hold your peace.
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay. Another preparation that I should be aware of. You head off, Nathanel, you're out in front. Where are you going, by the way?
In the direction that which she indicated.
She pointed over here.
Okay.
Nathanel.
Yes, we could be guided by the bloody footprints. Is that true? Seems to match up.
Except the bloody footprints, and they are relatively easy to see. They go out into the mist. Whereas she's saying, Varna says, follow the line of ruins down the side. But she says, I can make up that arch over there. Yeah, it's not far from there, I guess.
Okay, and Yathna will go out ahead so that if there's anybody out there, she'll see them first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And you continue down. Oh my god, this is driving me nuts. Okay, you continue on down. So you get to about put so much time and love and care into these maps, and then they just do this to me. All right, the party moves down. Neathanel, you're out in front a wee way, and about here, Neathanel, you see two things. Here, right here, you see an object on the ground, and I'm going to show you what the object is. I need to be in a different screen. There you go, that's the one. Just coming the ethanol.
Is it going in my chat, is it?
It is. Just give me a second to do so, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that. That's the first thing you see. You're how far out in front of the party?
About 100 foot, something like that.
Okay. And then off over here, quite some distance, and I'll show you in a second. You see okay, coming into Nathanel's chats now. So there and over here, Graham, and you and the party, you're out in front at this distance. Yeah, you're pretty much there actually. And you look behind, you found the object that I put into your chat just now, and you can just make out Nathanel actually here another arch, and yes, a wall here, and what appears to be a gate there. Really wasn't far away at all. What do you do?
How far away are the girls?
That distance?
Sorry, roughly?
500 foot? 600 foot? Further, perhaps? Yeah, 500 foot? You can just make them out.
I think she should go back and to the party and say explain what she's seen.
Mhm.
There's some weird demonic young children. And don't look very pleasant. I found some weird demonic item on the floor. Don't like the look of it. They're 500 feet, 600 feet away. Could we get to the temple without going past them?
The temple?
Whatever it is we're going towards. Palace, sorry.
I don't know where you're going.
Okay. The direction that we're being pointed in, is that the same direction the girls are in?
You're being pointed down here to hit this wall and then find a gate.
Yes. And the girls are between us and the gate?
No. Girls are over here.
No. All right. So if we go veer off to the left, Nathan suggests we walk off to the left to give them a wide berth, hit the wall and then walk along the wall. Does that sound like a good plan to everyone?
Yeah, Gray and Demos both keen to stay away from those creepy ladies.
Okay. Unless anybody says anything to the contrary. Yep, Pete.
Yep. Methan's not keen to go right along the wall once we reach it, because that would be to the main gate, where presumably the palace isn't far inside that gate. Yeah, well, let's get to the wall first and then decide which direction we go. And what's the object? We're about to walk past this object if we do this. Okay, cool. Yep.
So you walk on down here, Oh, did we roll for both a float spell and a fly spell?
Yeah, I rolled a fly spell and got an 80. I hope that was okay. I didn't
Yeah, great.
pull that
Thank
out.
you. Yep, and a float spell, please. I think it's Grey that's casting it on Nath. Is that right? And how long do both of those spells last, please?
Fly is 10 minutes per level, so 100 minutes.
100 minutes. Cool. Thank you. And Grey?
Float is only 1 minute per level, so 9 minutes for Grey.
Okay.
For float.
So you're walking reasonably cautiously along here. I would ask for another float. The distance isn't huge, but I would ask for another float by the time you hit the wall. So we'll do that in due course.
Cool.
As you walk past this area here, you can all make out the mist really comes and goes. Sometimes you can see reasonably clearly through it, sometimes you can't. Yeah, there's a circle of these figures. Tarquin, you can see them well. I'm going to share with what you can see quite clearly. Others, you don't see it nearly as well as Tarquin. This is what you see, Tarquin. However, walking past essentially where I pointed out to Neathanol, so kind of about, let's call it about here. So kind of there-ish. On the grounds, sitting out in the open, quite obviously, is this. Coming to main game chat now.
Suggest we give it a wide berth.
Yeah, that's not that inviting. If it was a red disc, I'd consider it.
Can we take a route?
Just have a slope. Should we take a very circuitous route around it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you sending something into my chat, Chris? Did you say?
Nope.
Understood you.
Nope. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So you give it a very, very, very wide berth. Come around here. Where's the rest of my wall gone there? And you come up to a wall. It would be easily. I wish my counters would move. It would be easily. If I can grab one of you, can I? Maybe I can. Maybe I can grab Mython. Copy would be really nice if I could. Let your counter fall. No, it's hung up there. That's really not helpful. Okay. To give you a sense of scale, that's Mython, and yeah, the height of the wall is there. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's made from white marble, perhaps, filthy and covered in grime and creeper and mildew and mold, and quite awful. But yeah, very, very, probably once it was quite beautiful. What do you do?
Well, Neathanol would offer to scout on ahead again.
Yep.
She said, I'll go to the entrance and have a little look, and then I'll come back. Yep. How far away is the entrance, Chris, roughly?
It is maybe 140 foot, perhaps.
Okay.
Call it 200 foot away. So you've come down here, and you guys are parked up basically there.
All right. She'll perceive as she goes,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll walk up. When she gets close to the gate, she'll start to creep.
Okay, sure. I really. Oh, whatever's that in the. What was that? Some clinking or something? Uh. Yes. Rather. Could you guys pop yourselves on mute, please? If you. Thank you. Thanks. It just really breaks my concentration. Do I take Neathanol out? Look, no, I won't. Neathanol, can you give me a stalk roll, please?
39.
29 plus.
133.
Cool. Okay. So Neathanol, this is what you see, and obviously the rest of you don't. But yeah, just not going to split the party anymore, or at least for this evening. So you come up here, and so these massive iron bars have been smashed open in the corner, as you can see there. And there's a hole, quite easily a hole there, but they appear to be kind of almost fused into place. And peering through here, a relatively short distance away, you're going to ask for a distance, and I don't think the map is necessarily going to allow me to give it to you, but I'll see what I can in a minute. I'll do it off screen. Between here and a flight of stairs, which go up here to what was once two doors, there's like a flat area of paved stone with quite a lot of rubble around it. You can see a few pillars, 4 kind of broken pillars around. And Neathanol, you can just make out the opening through the doors. And just very distantly, it looks like some kind of fountain, quite some distance through one of these doors. You can see there that one door has been smashed off its hinges, exactly as Varna described. You can just make it out lying here. So the building itself is a massive tri-storied structure cut from silver marble. Signs of fire damage and ancient battle are apparent on the slanted roof slates, and several holes mar the second story. I'll show you a little bit the structure of the place in a second. The base, a set of worn steps, lie a silver door. You can just make it out over there. Beautifully crafted and bound with strips of gold. It's been savagely torn off its hinges. The structure, or the outline of the building, I'll just find it. This may take a second or two. Yeah. This is just going to take a moment, guys. I had it prepared. Coming. Yes, this. So you don't actually know the full length, but that's essentially what you can see. So there is building straight ahead. and the main there's a flight of stairs that go up to what used to be 2 doors is now 1 door. So there's a gap that you can see that's clearly open, and you can just make out Niathanal foliage in there as well, and yeah, possibly even lamplight. You're not quite sure at this stage. And then further on into the structure, it's single level, and then it rises up 1, and then 2, and then there's this roof that looks similar to that. From what you can make out from this angle, Niathanal, there's roofing tiles on the sides of the roof, and it looks like there's 2 sides of it. So there's a wing here and a wing here, and they're like angled, gabled. Is that the right term? Gabled roofs like that, either side. One this side, one this side, and then a large building at the very back. It takes up the rest of the back. Anything she does, please. Hello, Graham.
She wants to perceive, listen.
Mm-hmm.
She's just looking around, checking for any movement, anybody that's been stationed.
Yep.
Can she put her head through those gratings?
As described, you could climb through there quite easily.
And can I put my head through the bit that isn't there? I mean, but between the bars.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yep.
So when she's perceived and hasn't heard or seen a thing, she just likes to pop her head.
Let's stop there. Can you give me a roll, please?
99.
Mm-hmm. What's a bonus, please?
Or perception's 86.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to let me do this. Yeah. Yeah. Is it going to help though? So it's a little bit closer, a closer view. There's a flight of stairs that go up. You can see the stairs there. They're obviously not stairs, but flight of stairs that go up towards the door. There's the remainder of the other door. Someone has put a lantern here, and you can see the glow from the lantern there. And yes, there's a person there and a person there.
Okay. She'd like us to stick her head through the grate and look left and look right so she can see along the walls to her left and right.
Okay. You can't see hugely well, but you probably can't see that. But well, actually, you'd have to go further in. Sorry. There's the wall is too thick, is my point. So yes, you can stick your head through, but your field of vision is pretty limited. You can see kind of that side, and you can see kind of that side. The one thing you note here is the wall here curves round this way, and actually the gap between the building, the silver building, and the wall itself is quite narrow. There's not a lot of room in between there.
Okay. So she'll head back and to the party.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Back here.
Yep, and in a what language do we normally talk between ourselves? Don't even know. Is it Westron?
It's Westron. Yep.
Yeah. Have we established she doesn't understand Westron? She goes.
We don't know what she does or doesn't understand, I guess.
Okay. Well, she'll say in Westron.
Does everybody speak Westron? Karios does, Mythan does, Niathanal does.
Etienne does.
Demos and Grey do, but not well. But he doesn't really speak
I
anything
speak
else.
Westron. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Westron. So he'll say, who are the two people on guard? To the lady and see what she says.
Don't know, friend. I haven't been there for 2 hours. Guessing probably someone with the bow at least.
Okay, so she speaks Westron.
Oh no,
okay,
no. Did you ask her in Westron?
Yes.
Okay. No, she doesn't answer. Or she looks at you quizzically.
Okay, then Nathaniel says, "Okay, I can see two in Westron. I can see two guards either side of the main entrance to the what she's calling the palace. I think there's a big, vast courtyard between us and them. There's a small hole in the gate that allows us to get through. Obviously, it would be seen immediately if we went through. Yeah. So I mean that's kind of where we're at. So obviously, if we were to go through the gate, we would be seen, and they would be on us and probably raise the alarm, and we'd have all 10 of them, likely, but maybe. So options are that we take them out surreptitiously. I could obviously take one of them. Not sure. Obviously, I don't know who's beyond, whether there are other people beyond those two. I mean, I could check that out, but I can only take one at a time.
I think Tarquin would ask, do we think these are the guardians of the white-haired lady or the guardians of the wall? So if the guardians of the white-haired lady, we can take them out, easy, carry on. But if they're the guardians of Tarak Nev, just taking them out.
I think they'll be part of their party, I would say. The thing is, you say we just take them out. We've got to, they'll raise the alarm. So I mean, obviously, Nathaniel can get over there, but she could probably only take one of them out. And obviously, if she attacks, she becomes visible.
Why am I putting stuff in the main game chat? I'm clearly tired, guys. I was meant to put it up on the screen, by the way. I will do that now, by the way, so our viewers can see them. Sorry, ignore me.
Mythian would ask, should we take one look all the way around the wall to see if there's another entrance out of sight of their watch?
Could do.
Karios would ask how thick the wall is. Ask of Nathaniel how thick the wall was.
How thick was the wall?
Is the wall thicker than 3 foot? Is her question.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 5 foot. Approximately.
Cool.
That's why Nathaniel couldn't see further out, right?
Yep.
Tarquin would let the party know he can jump through the wall, but then he's totally exposed. So we need a plan.
Yep.
But he can move through the wall. I don't know if others can.
The wall's quite smooth, so what about dropping a rope and climbing?
Yeah.
Climbing over out of sight of them, or
just jump. There was the jump spell we used earlier on that a lot of people used.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if we can save power points, great. But yeah, I mean, maybe we could go along further to our left. Chris, would Nathaniel estimate that the length that we're along the wall would be visible to the people standing by the door, right? We're not that far along the wall. I'm only 200 feet.
Yeah.
So we'd have to go a bit further. Is that correct?
Sorry, I've just taken it off screen for a second. That's not very helpful. I just need to make a quick adjustment on something, and I'll come back to your question, Graham. There we go. That's what I wanted. Thank you. That's better. Right. Sorry, Graham. I was not listening properly. Please, can you say that again?
Yeah, just in terms of where we are right now, if we hopped over the wall where we are, does Nathaniel estimate that would be in view of the people she's just seen?
Possibly. Let me just have a look. I've put Mithran's counter. There we go. Marginal. On a clear day, easily, yes. But this is not a clear day. There's mist and there's ash and there's stuff falling down. Marginal. You could be, but not definitely not certain. Depends, obviously, noise and all the rest. But I'll take that back. Marginal, margin call.
And so Nathan says, well, I can take one of them out, but who's got a plan for the other one?
Why don't we just head down the wall 200 meters and jump over where no one sees us?
Absolutely, yeah. But then my question is, how are we going to take? So Nathan can sneak in and take one of them out. How are we going to get the other one? Because we don't.
These guys are looking out, right? For people coming in. If we're in, they're not going to see us.
So
they're not looking in, looking out.
No, that gets us inside the inner compound, right? Going over the wall. They're in either side of a door in a building inside the inner compound.
So can we go to a different door?
It just
according to the lady, there wasn't one.
To see us. It's irrelevant.
If they see us or not.
Correct. Well, so long as we're in, if we get in and they don't see us, they're going to keep looking out for problems. They won't see us because we are in.
No,
we can either get rid of them and go in the front door, or we can go in the back door and they can keep looking.
Would we maybe set a diversion or a distraction to kind of get people to look one way while we do something?
We don't even want to do that, right? If there's a distraction, they'll be like, why is that?
Who said this?
They're busy looking, nothing happens, still nothing happens. 20 minutes later, nothing happens, and we've snuck in, around the corner.
I think we go and check the back door.
They know nothing has
around the back. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, yeah. All right. Okay. Then let's walk further down the wall.
So I think Pete's right. Yeah, we walk down the wall and look for another way to sneak in or jump over the wall.
Okay. Which direction do you go?
I think away from the gate.
Okay.
Yeah, left seems sensible, doesn't it?
Okay. You get down to here, and in front of you. Just 1 second. This is what you see. Oh, I think that did it. Have I just deleted part of my map? No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I think. Just coming. Okay. I'm going to turn on the map again, guys. Just coming a second. So you get down to call it here. You've walked so that you had stopped about there, which is about 200 foot away from the gate. There's the gate there, and then you walk down, following this wall down, and looming out of the mist, you see certainly not a sail, but you see a mast of a ship. The wall continues on, and there is a much shorter wall, maybe only 3 times the height of a person, here. large wall finishes there. Shorter wall, still quite difficult to climb. You'll see the proportion. I wonder if I can take Mithran. Yeah, looks like I can. Just to give you a sense of the scale of a figure. I don't know if you go all this way down, but
yeah, we go to the short wall.
Yep.
So look, I apologise, but the jump spell that a lot of people have, they seem to have this jump that they can do. Will it jump it over that wall? I don't think Tarquin has it, but I'll check.
Well, let's just see if we can get over without expelling points. If we
If we go down to the wall, we run the risk of making the boat smash us, right?
So about double the height of Mithran, which is about 12 foot. So considerably taller here. The wall is considerably taller here, whatever that is, versus about double the height of Mithran.
Okay. In terms of with a leg up from someone, how difficult would it be for Neathanol to get on top of the wall?
I would not colossally difficult. Any kind of climbing or climbing roll, I would say
with a leg up.
Yeah.
He's got Tarquin cast contractions, which gives him a balance and control plus 50. Does that make a difference if he wants to do that to support Neathanol?
Sorry, can you say that again, Charles?
If he was to cast contractions, which adds 50 to one maneuver involving balance or contractions, I'm not entirely sure what they are in this game.
Contractions, I don't know what contractions mean either, I'm sorry.
Well, so what anything involving balance, so movement or I don't know what contractions are. I was hoping you'd know.
Yeah, no, sorry. It wouldn't help him get up. To answer your question, it would be double the height of a person. It's pretty slimy and gross. It's a medium maneuver, but this is not an all or nothing maneuver. You would just have to spend a bit of time doing it.
Okay. She'll ask someone just to sort of give her a bit of a leg up and keep still and explain where she is. And then she would just like to get a leg up so she can kind of look over the wall.
Cool. To answer your question, by the way, Giles, I don't think that spell would work by the sounds of it. Give me a roll, please.
3.
That is a failure. Roll again, please.
16.
Cool. What's your climb?
85.
85. She makes it halfway up. Give it another attempt, and you'll be up and you'll be sitting on top of the wall.
32.
32 plus 85, you said?
Yep.
117. That's 100% success. Yeah, Neathanol, you successfully scramble up on the wall, and this is what you see. The boat is not hovering there. I just didn't quite get round to putting in the blocks underneath it. It's on blocks. It's definitely raised up, and it's on blocks. It looks like it's raised. It's on dry land. Sorry, Giles, just to finish it off, you there?
Yep.
Thanks. That suggestion, I don't think that spell would work. I'm sorry. I don't know what balance is not what was required, and I don't know what contortions means. So, on top of the wall is definitely not as narrow as that. It's probably 3-4 foot wide. You can see there that it goes down to the major wall that you've just come down from the palace, and a shorter wall of roughly the same size. You just make out some dead trees beyond. In this direction over here, there's appears to be another ship there. The wall continues further around, and you think there's a building or something beyond there in the ethanol? Can't quite make it out.
Okay, she'll just whisper that down. To the group, and say that we would have to get over a couple of walls, another wall this size.
But then would check that that tall wall doesn't continue. Like it doesn't turn into a corner, does it? Doesn't go.
From what Neathanel can see, it goes up here. The tall wall, the very, very tall wall, finishes. So that's at least a 24, if not 30-foot tall wall finishes.
Yep.
And
cool.
so there's a triumvirate of walls, a place where three walls intersect. And then yes, you can make out actually a bit more there in the ethanol. It wasn't quite a building that you were looking at. It was more of what appears to be some kind of, I don't know, machinery, perhaps?
Is it a sort of dock, is it?
That's what you see.
Scaffolding of unloading stuff, maybe. Oh, water wheel. Okay, well, she will get out her rope.
We used to have a thing that turned into a ladder. I'm sure we did.
Was that us? Maybe we did. I think we did. Maybe we lost it in the.
I think it was the boat.
The boat, yeah. Speaking of which, yeah. If only we could, yeah. Yeah, she'll let out rope down one end. And having satisfied herself there's nothing on the other side of the wall to worry about.
Give me a perception roll, please.
Five.
It's
rolling.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Rolling well tonight, isn't it?
Fantastic rolling.
Really on the roll.
Yeah.
Perception plus 86.
Don't forget it's masked. 5 is masked. It's 86. Okay. No, I'll just see if I can find my. Yeah, the wall you're on is granite, by the way. No, it just appears to be kind of rotting timber and occasional tool lying around. There's certainly nothing sinister that you can see there.
Okay, well, she'll get out her rope.
Before we do this, I think Karios would point out, so the plan is to climb up onto the wall and get over, is that right?
Yeah.
Karios would point out, so it's about, how thick? 3 foot?
Yep.
Karios would point out she's got a 6th level spell called Portal, which can create a hole 6 foot tall, 3 foot wide, 3 foot deep. You can open it for 10 seconds.
Cast it.
She can open it for 10 rounds. So she could do one through this wall, and then she could do one through the next wall into where the trees are.
Cast it.
Yeah, should just look to see if that's what we want to do. Yeah.
Oh, sure. If you got the points, great.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Karios is also looking at the wall and realizing that both she and Etienne only have one hand.
And she's disabled with agility and all that sort of thing. So I think she'd be at a risk trying to make a climbing maneuver. she'd want to fly over anyway, which is 5 power points for her anyway. So yeah, so she would just let everyone know that it can only be open for 1 round per level.
Mhm.
So that's 100 seconds. Sorry, 100 seconds, 10 seconds. So, sorry.
Sorry, Pete. Just before you roll that roll, can I have another? It would be at least. How long does the float spell work, please? Is it a minute? From
Minute
Grey?
per level, I think, for Grey, and he's.
Oh, yep. Is that right? Thanks, Pete. Yep, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
That is right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
So that would be at least definitely another 2 rolls, please. So Grey could just make another two rolls on the float just to make sure no failures, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm just finding me again. Here we go. That's a 1.
Sorry, I shouldn't. I'm being mean to you. I'm being mean to
It all
you
just
tonight,
comes
Grey.
out at once.
Does can you roll? Can you roll a spell? Now, mostly these are harmless results, Grey. But if you roll a 95 or above, you roll again, and then if you roll a 95 or above, you roll again. So you want a low result here. Give me a roll, please.
Oh, a 98.
Rolling.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Okay, 98 plus. Roll again.
73.
Plus 73.
Oh, God.
171.
I forgot to say he was hand waving and rocking.
Great. It wouldn't have helped because that was a natural 1, unfortunately, Grey. Severe strain takes toll on Caster. Caster takes 5 hits and is stunned an entire minute. So unfortunately, Grey, you take another 5 of your precious hits. 91. You're now on 86 hits.
Oh, man.
You cast float. You gasp in pain, and you notice a rock over here start floating.
Okay. Can you wait for a little while?
You can wait for a minute, sure, and try again.
Yeah, he'll try again.
Give me a roll.
Ooh.
I need 2 rolls.
37.
37, that's fine. And then the last one, please.
Oh, God, 5?
5
With
is
the hand waving?
5 is not a spell failure. With preparation and all the rest, you're fine. Both spells
Phew.
go off. No one's rolled it in a game that I've been in, but just to make you worried, if you rolled a 98, if you rolled another 98 after that, and another 98 after that, Caster suffers a severe stroke and falls into a 3-month coma.
Wow, okay.
So
something to look forward to.
Something to
strive for.
Precisely. Okay, cool. You do that. Karios, with your portal spell, please.
Cool. She'll do the prep she needs to a couple of rounds. D100. Yep, 77.
Cool. That's successful. The spell goes off. You have 10 rounds to shuffle through, just to move things along a little bit. Unless anybody tells me otherwise, I'm assuming you will move through. And I'll show you just a little bit more of what you're seeing, and then we'll call it there for the evening. So, oops. You are, oh dear. You are here. You can see a much, much larger ship here, adjacent to the one. I must put some blocks under that because that just looks really odd. I will do that. What appears to be some kind of crane or something there. Garbage and rubbish strewn around. Some scraggly looking palms and the remains of some scraggly looking palms over here. The wall that continues going round this way, and you can see there on this mouldering, decaying ship. This one's really bad repair. There are plants growing out of it, and there's a couple of buildings. What looks like some kind of tower, and a building there. And can we see? Yeah, if you peer around the side, there's another of these mechanical devices there, and you can all at this time hear the following. It's still some way not distant, but it's not close. Well, no, it's moderately close. Just coming. The sound of water.
Chris, now we're inside this seeming compound.
Ooh. Yep.
There's 5 spells Tarkon wants to cast, but wants to let his colleagues know he's casting them.
Okay.
The question is, do I cast them now or do I cast them at the beginning of next round, next session?
What do people want? Can we wait five spells, or do we call it there? I'm happy to do it either way.
I'm happy with whatever.
Either way is good for me.
I reckon. I reckon do them now. I reckon.
Okay. Are they all based? And before you roll, are they all base spells which require require preparation?
So 3 of them are instant spells. 2 of them require preparation.
Okay. So the instant spells fail on a 1 or a 2. The ones that require preparation also fail on a 1 or a 2, unless depending on whether or not you prepare.
Right. So definitely prepare. You know, he'd want everyone to wait. And what he wants to do essentially is become, you know, the woman Vanessa they met, which is what these spells is going to do.
Okay, cool. Give me.
Is there I can do exclamation D100, or is there a way I can do all 5 in one roll?
Yep, there is. Exclamation mark 5 D100.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Exclamation mark.
Space.
No, it's exclamation space D500, right? No,
It's
sorry.
you put the 5 in front of the D. So exclamation mark space 5 D100.
Okay, yeah, no, I did it wrong.
Okay. How are we doing?
Well, it looks to me like I got 27 and 63, but I expected 5 results.
Hang on. Exclamation mark
Space D.
5 D100. I'll just see if I can.
did. Exclamation mark D.
No, 5D. I've put my little brackets. Just take them out of the quotes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Of course, the terrible thing is, from a statistics perspective, the more I do it, the more likely I am to fail. Okay, so 63, 80, 98, 31, 82.
All successes. Mark that experience down, and what happens?
Essentially, I become the woman we're floating.
Okay.
So, except I'm a little bit shorter because we've done this earlier.
Okay.
So, you know, there's a chance people will notice I'm not exactly her, but I look, feel, sense, talk, and have her characteristics.
Done.
But I will just, because I'm not within 20% of her body habitus, I will be, I'll just be a little bit smaller.
Got it. Done. One critical thing to ask: how long do all these spells last? Do they all last the same length of time?
100 minutes.
100 minutes. Great. Okay, great. Cool. And look, with that roll, unless anybody has anything else burning that they want to do or discuss in the game, we're going to call it there, guys.
Great.
Cool.
Cool. Can I just check, Chris? Uploads. Have you ever got sheets uploaded for last week? And
I haven't. I've been absolutely flat chat. I'm sorry on all bunch of stuff.
I'm just keeping a track. That's fine.
No, I'd do it. Do it.
If someone could, that would really help me out.
Yep.
Really, really. And so last week and this week, Pete, would be great.
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you very much, one and all. Hope you had fun. Get to see a bit more of the city. Rolling credits. Yeah. There we go. Thumbs up. Thumbs up from a player. Always love a thumbs up from a player. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? What are you going to explore? You have options. And I do know that some of you almost love the planning more than the gaming. So have fun.
I love the vagary of the session, Chris. So there were so many options we could have taken, so many choices we could have taken. I mean, how the hell you organize what's going to happen, I have no idea. But, you know, we could have done so many different things.
I don't know what I'm doing. Well, the thing is, I don't know what I'm doing, so that kind of helps.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, very good.
All right, switching off the records.